Yeah. Yeah. You know who it is?
Yeah.
Alex J.
OC Kush.
Royal Shooters. Yo, you talking big, flexing like you can't be touched.
Fuck 'em.
Man, you ain't run the game.
Hell nah.
Your ego too big. You need to check yourself.
Nike,
you need to humble
motherfucker.
yourself. Let's go. If you're trying to play the game, you better humble yourself. If your ego in the way, you better humble yourself. You chasing clout and fame, better humble yourself. Wipe that smirk off your face
and humble yourself.
If you got a couple followers, humble yourself. So what, you made a couple dollars? You better humble yourself. So now you think you Donald Trump? You better humble yourself. You ain't nothing from the jump, boy.
And humble yourself, boy.
Your ego's so big, but your pocket's so empty. They talking like they eating, but that bucket's just a 10-piece. I take that when confronting, all of a sudden they can't speak. Hard to keep quiet when these fuckboys try to tempt me. Gotta check your egos, I'll smack them like mosquitoes. We ain't no damn amigos. You ain't fooling no one like a cheap tuxedo. You acting like a pitbull, but you barking like a beagle. You are just sheeple. As for me, I'm getting money like a Hebrew. You a disappointment like a product from Temu. Can't hide who you really are, y'all see through. Keep talking, you'll be drowning in your peace. If you tryna play the game, you better humble yourself. If your ego in the way, you better humble yourself. You chasing clout and fame, better humble yourself. Wipe that smirk off your face
and humble yourself, boy.
If you got a couple followers, humble yourself. So what, you made a couple dollars? You better humble yourself. So now you think you Donald Trump? You better humble yourself. You ain't nothing from the jump, boy.
And humble yourself, boy.
Stumbling, they fumbling, they watching everything that they build crashing down. It's crumbling, they running their mouth to the crazy, but the only thing that I hear is that they mumbling. Yeah, these motherfuckers need an oxygen mask to keep up with me. They try and take a breath, but bitch, they struggling. Not a player in the game, but bitch, I'll run this. They think they headed to the top, but bitch, I done this. Got ice on my wrist, make you blind, but bitch, I watch this. Royal Shooters behind me, I got no fucking need to up this. Vocab ammunition, my bars be on repetition. I'm in this motherfucking game, but treat it like an exhibition. I'm in North Star selection, your hate be projection. I fuck around and give you this humble to the chin with fucking perfection, bitch.
If you're trying to play the game, you better humble yourself. If your ego in the way, you better humble yourself. You chasing clout and fame, better humble yourself. Wipe that smirk off your face
and humble yourself, boy.
If you got a couple followers, humble yourself. So what, you made a couple dollars? You better humble yourself. So now you think you Donald Trump? You better humble yourself. You ain't nothing from the jump, boy.
And humble yourself, boy.
I see that something's wrong. Tell me what's going on. But you, I just want you to say, oh baby, whatever's on your mind tonight, let's sit and talk about your life. Baby, it's time to let it go. Lay your head on my shoulders. No, it ain't over, even though the world's getting colder. Girl, I just know you'll be alright, don't find. Look around and you see that beauty has always been in you. Just let me love, just let me love, just let me love, just let me love. Let me show you how it's supposed to be, yeah. Just let me love, just let me love. Let me show you how it's supposed to be. Just wanna love you right. Baby, we can spend our life just trying to find the one, only one. Come into my world and just let me love. Just let me love. Just let me love you right. Now I know you ain't been feeling yourself, 'cause ain't nothing better. No, this love will never go. Baby, we could spend our life.
Yeah. I promise it's just me and you. Forever.
Wanna spend a lot of time with you. Always down, but I promise that I climb with you. Now I'm broke, but I spend up every time with you. Always stuck, but I get up out the grind with you. Build a love and I'm feeling kinda blind with you. And your laugh is like another sweet rhyme with you. Life is hard, but it always feels sublime with you. Blowing up and I promise that I sign with you. Couple hours out, I can feel the time difference. Never understand, allow me start to paint the picture. Everybody building up upon their own depictions. All those questions tell me where your trust is a fiction. Is it true love a fantasy or we live in fiction? Way things are going feels like there's something missing. Cause you're always hiding shit. Now we're barely ever kissing and I never wanna let you go. You were my everything. We can try it all again, but it'll never be the same. Remember all the times we laugh, remember all the times we cry. I can see it in your eyes that the love has been defined. That you done the heinous crime and thought I had you by my side. Never meant to be the guy that fell for your selfish lies. Now I'm all alone, but I'll tell you how I really felt. Back when love was all I knew, until you started acting new and started talking to other dudes. Wanna spend up all the time with you. Always down, but I promise that I climb with you. Now I'm broke, but I spend up every time with you. Always stuck, but I get up out the grind with you. Build a love and I'm feeling kinda blind with you. And your laugh is like another sweet rhyme with you. Life is hard, but it always feels sublime with you. Blowing up and I promise that I sign with you.
Without each other, we both know that we would lose it. We have our problems, we check ourselves and just do it. Figure this shit out, we pull the strings like it's acoustic. Now it's us against the world, and I'll show you how I prove it. We'll be driving the game and switching the lanes while they just up in the backseat. Boy, don't be a lame, throw dirt on her name, we'll dig your grave as a last resort. And there's no need to resort to violence, but I fucking promise we'll stack C4. You be looking up and you see the bomb drop and you see that attack up at your sword. And that's just how we feel with it, we run it, it's okay. And we make each other feel real again when others acting fake. And we building our own routes and push the others out the way. And we knew this shit was worth it with the price we had to pay. And now we at the top, chilling on cloud 9 now. Drinking, smoking, sober, it don't matter cause you're mine now. The bullshit faded over and we focus on our right now. I know I said it once and now it's time for you to find out that
wanna spend up all the time with you. Always down, but I promise that I climb with you. Now I'm broke, but I spend up every time with you. Always stuck, but I get up out the grind with you. Build a love and I'm feeling kinda blind with you. And your laugh is like another sweet rhyme with you. Life is hard, but it always feels sublime with you. Blowing up and I promise that I sign with you.
Hey baby, is it just me and you? Forever?
These demons, follow me. These demons, they follow me. Everywhere I go. Yeah. These demons in my mind now, they won't let me sleep. Every time I try to fight them, they come back to creep. Trying to break free, but they keep pulling me down. I'm lost and cannot be found. Cause I pray for peace, but demons hold me still. The range thoughts in my head keep my conscience still. They won't stop till they get they fill. The only way to get them out is with a power drill. So don't mistake the smile up on my face, I'm really followed by these shadows. Dark demons lurk where the light never travels. People think they know me, but they only see the surface. Behind these closed doors, my soul burning like a furnace. In the graveyard, they crawling from beneath. Shadows in the tombstones with red eyes that gleam. Living in a nightmare, internally I bleed. I be laying awake at night, will I ever have peace? These demons, they follow me.
In the belly of the beast, hard to see no evil. It's a part of me, so pardon me if I show you the me that's beneath what you see. It's a lot of things buried with the skeleton.
These demons, they follow me.
It's a spirit battle when you tryna fight off shadows. It's a clearer passage when the travels, or should I say become a slave to the nightmare and visions? Dark lead, no vision, but crosshairs can't kill him. The scenes I've seen, no movie, but they're horrific. Backstabs and friendships, backlash with a vengeance. Lost sight from pretending, scratches and dog bites, which don't make sense, cause he ain't have a dog to begin with. Infected through first trimester with dope and pills. 30 years later, no wonder he broke and steals to cope and feel. She shoot dope in the toe, cause nobody notices feet, but in the mirror she noticed defeat. Climate change, or is that just a cold withdrawal depression? I'm so withdrawn, demons staring at me in disappointment with folded arms, screaming, what happened to the knife I gave you to cut your arm? Just before I bleed, I wake up and I touch alarm. Was I dreaming?
These demons, 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 they follow me, they follow me.
In the belly of the beast, hard to see no evil. It's a part of me, so pardon me if I show you the me that's beneath what you see. It's a lot of things buried with the skeleton.
These demons, 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 they follow me, they follow me. These demons, 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 they follow me, they follow me.
In the belly of the beast, hard to see no evil. It's a part of me, so pardon me if I show you the me that's beneath what you see. It's a lot of things buried with the skeleton key.
These demons, 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 they follow me, they follow me. Demons, 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 follow me, follow me. These demons, 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 they follow me, they follow me. Everywhere I go, everywhere I go.
Oh my God, I am so thirsty. What do we got in here? I'm reaching in the refrigerator, better hydrate, stone, or I'm gonna need a respirator. Don't really care whose drink this is, I can find out later. Because my name is Deserator. Did you get that? Let me sip that. That goes down smooth, but suddenly I'm acquiring an attitude and increasing my level of rude by a multitude. Now I got some point thing I need to prove. Is this beverage affecting my mood? Oh look, it's Karen again, in my way again. Bitch, I told you to move. I'm angry, about to go on a renegade rebel crusade, warming up my thumbs now, cause I'm chugging down the haterade. Get out my way! I'm sipping liver tripping, now I'm a haterade. Y'all better get afraid, cause I quench my thirst with someone else's haterade. This is no good. This is no good. Got colors in my hair, don't care. Yelling at the little kids in my neighborhood. Timmy, get off my lawn, or I'm gonna tell your mom how I saw you a little Sean playing motherfucking beer pong. Listen to that explicit song. Yeah, I know what's been going on, cause I'm a suburban mom. Now go on. That's right. I run the neighborhood watch.
Scene burgundy like the blood is dry. Cyanide, crystals form rocks. That's no tweaker state of mind. Either I'm the evolution, but I kinda feel like the end of time. Caught a case, killed a crescendo. The date, April 8th, had a great day until I was filled. Complete anger and rage. So much so I had to put the pen to the page. Whip up enough to fill a few plates. Mistake my places, a new buffet in an instant. I could eliminate you, so face the forces. I forced you to face the floor. 44 more portraits of painted corpses, raging wars with insane swordsmen, just to see how weak their form is. You reek, that's euphoric. Believe them endorsements and make your brain freak endorphins. So what exactly are you saying to me? Pen game has been insane since I was a teen. 18 is when reality actually started to be those dreams I'd see when I used to sleep. Now I use loose sleep 2 ways. One roller dub, 2 boosts, get smoked on any beat that'll play. I'm cold as ice and that burger's where I reside. Leave the murder scene burgundy like the blood is dry. Cyanide, crystals form rocks. That's no tweaker state of mind. Either I'm the evolution, but I kinda feel like the end of time. So I'll keep on mine, though refusal seems to be usual all the time. So bullshit ain't new to me. Bitch, you switch up ain't news to me. Could've told you that hoe had an obsession with acting so innocent. Even though I know she holding a weapon. Oh my God. Like tech representing. I just hope that you don't lose control or give it all up. Not knowing you could have been damn close. I'm pretty much Van Gogh as far as the Dutch goes. That's just blunt smoke that is slowly rolling out of the window. I keep 10 toes down, but as far as the ground goes, call me groundhog. I leave pigs in the mud, so don't ever mistake asylum sane, sorta lost my main scheme. I'm caught in daydreams where all of this nightmares on repeat. I'm weighing, call it knees deep. Sorta feels like quicksand, how I'm slowly sinking. I wanted it all, not exactly the glitz and all the glamour. Paparazzi with their cameras, every one of them set to panorama, as if they came ready to shoot 360s like 3/8 out of your whole zip. Homie, how do you only have 3/8? Been top, tell those Reeboks, I got shell toes, teed off the same golf, but you could still catch 18 holes. A team so soft, anything hard ain't even part of the lingo. Angles need to tear them apart. Yup, this is barely the start, ho.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's the Konvo podcast. OC Kush in the building with Suburban Mom. Let's go. Yeah. She coming all late. Like, wait, I wasn't in the door yet. Hold on.
I was sharing and getting distracted.
Oh, you good. You good.
That's what I do.
Gets distracted.
Yes.
Q is open for everybody out there, man. Get your tracks in, get it played, and get it reviewed, or get a vibe check and see if it works for a Sunday episode down here and get voted on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we got some things to talk about. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we got some things to talk about. Some things we're gonna just talk about. Some things we got articles on, some things we got videos on. We got some shit to say, motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk to me Tuesday.
Talk to me Tuesday. Talk to me Tuesday. Let's see who steals that one. Let's
Copyright. TM.
We can talk about it, you know.
Yeah.
But no, so yeah. Let me see what we got over here first on the list of things to talk about. Dealing with music. Yeah, dealing with some music stuff. For those out there, we did explain some things previously. When we had some, debates out here about, like, listen, was everybody else getting this whole updates to TOSs and all of that, like, at the same time as shit like that?
Yeah.
I have some news about a TOS update that you guys probably, those out there that are platform artists, have probably already, accepted. But here's what you might have not read in the fine print. All right. Let me get that actually on screen so you guys can see it, because I believe this one was a video, if I'm not mistaken. And then we'll switch over here, because it's news time. It's motherfucking news time, y'all.
Yes.
Yes, this one here is the one I needed. So, man, it's crazy, because when I seen it, I was like, yeah, let me go ahead. And then I read into some of the fine print, and what homie's saying is legit, man. It's
always in the fine print, because you don't read that. You just sit. You're like in the middle of doing something, and you're like, okay, whatever. Accept. Yep. Email it to me later with all good intentions of reading, but then you never do.
So, yeah, check this guy out right here. Listen to him. He's got some information about Spotify. Yeah, let's listen.
Does it to artists again. Now, when you upload your music to Spotify, keep in mind you're basically signing a record deal without a lawyer. When you click that terms of service, the updated terms of service make it clear. Spotify gets sweeping royalty-free, sub-licensable, now look that up, irrevocable, look that up, license to your content. Everything from playlist to cover images and descriptions. It's not just standard, it's a full-on AI-ready takeover of your creative output. Imagine this, you upload your music and Spotify can rework it, remix it, train their AI with it, or even assign the rights over to someone else without owing you a dime. You're effectively handing over your copyright control just by using the platform. So while Spotify draws a clean line saying outsiders don't train your AI with our data, it keeps all the rights for its own AI. And you just gave them all your power. Artists, producers, podcasters, indies, This isn't just a clause, it's the legal fine print that could cost you control of your own content. Keep in mind, when you click that terms of service, you are signing your rights away.
Damn.
That is crazy. I'm actually glad I've like one of my long-term goals has been to get an album on Spotify. Now that
Now
kind of makes me
listen,
think twice.
but see, listen though. It's not like this is Spotify. I just imagine though. It wasn't. Remember, I told you it wasn't just Spotify. It felt like all the platforms I was using were updating
Yeah,
TOS
you
at the
did say
same time.
that.
I also stated there was multiple, like Meta had a bunch of TOS updates. I think Snapchat had an update for the TOS. All around the same time. Now imagine all these platforms use AI. And I said it was maybe it was an AI shift. I wasn't expecting it to be this. You know what I'm saying? I thought maybe it was like, hey, we're incorporating AI just to let everybody know. We're doing some functions with it. I thought that's what it was. I didn't get a chance to really read into it. And then I seen this video and was like, let me look. And then I was like, damn. So now I'm sitting here. I don't think I have the time of day, low-key, to look through every fucking, TOS on everyone.
Right.
That's going to be the issue there, to kind of really get that like the point that I'm trying to make out there as fact. But I mean, does that mean that, say, Facebook now owns all your shit?
Oh yeah, I mean, I would anticipate that it probably does.
You know what I
that's
mean?
the thing. Like, there's been a push recently for people to push for laws to be enacted that require these platforms and these companies who rely on these terms of service agreements to put the terms of service in plain language, because most of us are not going to don't have a best friend that's a lawyer that we can
Right.
be like, oh hey, could you like tell me what this means really quick. Like,
Right.
we do have access to AI. I mean, we could probably like copy terms of service, feed it into AI and be like, can you just tell me? But then again, I mean, this all seems like it's stemming from AI. So how much could you rely on that information? I don't know
Right.
if you actually
I've
could.
low-key wondered, like, if lawyers like sit and actually read all their TOS stuff when they get it updates and shit, like if they really
They
read all,
probably skim it. I mean, I know,
Skim
like,
it, yeah.
try to skim them. Like, most of the time I'll
I do
skim
too.
it and
I do
get down
too.
to like exclusions, and like if there's a waiver of liability, I'll read that because that's really
Right.
important.
Privacy stuff, I'll
You
read all that too.
Yes. Yeah, and then, like, especially when it comes to, like, copyright and content information, especially
Mm-hmm.
on a platform like Spotify, I mean, you're gonna wanna read that. But yeah, there's a lot of people that don't do that, and
Right.
I don't always do that. So, and I might not even be, when I'm just skimming through it, I might be missing really important things. They're always like written in legal jargon, and not everybody can understand that.
Right. Right. For the most part, it's, you know
Spotify
what I
and
mean?
its subsidiaries further will be referenced as SPS. It's just like, oh my
Right.
God,
Right.
what?
And then you got to find out after those, you got to find out what those subsidiaries are, because they won't
hmm
physically name them, but because they're tied to, you got to figure out what the fuck what are these?
Yeah, then you get the et al.
Yep. Yeah.
They don't have to tell you who et al is,
Mm-hmm.
but that means,
It's like a
and
CC. It's like
yeah,
who's
exactly.
attached to this? You know what I mean? Whoever
Well,
is
it's like a
attached.
blind CC
Mm-hmm.
because you
Right.
don't know who
Right.
that is.
Mm-hmm. There ain't no list.
Mm, Yeah,
Man,
it's wild.
that's
But
crazy
yeah, like
though.
that one line that
Giving
he
the
said really,
function of your content's power to somebody else, like that line alone was just like, wait
yeah,
a minute. So even though OC Kush is all over this, you're gonna say
yeah.
fucking, you know what I'm saying? Fucking Joe fucking Blow over here is like the getting all the royalties?
Yeah, the line that he said that struck me was, this is essentially like signing a record deal without an attorney, which no one would ever do that. That's a really bad idea.
Right.
But that's essentially what you're doing when you're
entering,
because you enter into a contract with Spotify when you allow them to post your music and you accept royalties payment from those streams. And it's already blatantly obvious that artists get paid way too, especially independent artists, get paid next to nothing for the streams on this platform. And now that they're trying to turn it around and take ownership, copyright ownership of your material, of your intellectual property, is for nothing. For what? What did you get in exchange for that intellectual property? Absolutely nothing. Most of the time.
Can you
That's
imagine
absurd.
an I Know Me Too, but like an AI version that's released on Spotify? I would flip. I'd be like,
Right.
yo, what the fuck is
But
this?
You essentially would have no legal recourse
That's
because
my point. That's my point. That's why I'd be
accepted those
flipping.
terms of service. Yeah, that's so fucked up, bro. That's very fucked up.
Right. That's absurd. Cause now I'm like, it's like again, like I said, it's in the back of my mind, dude. Like what all those TOSs were really about. Cause it was so weird how it was just, I don't know if everybody else in the chat got flooded like I did, but like legitimately in one day I had about 7 different apps that was like, hey, you need to update your TOS. Please confirm here. And then the next day, within the next day, I had probably 4 more. And then I had another like 6 more the day after. And I'm like, dude, in the time of like a week, I've updated probably 60 apps. Now, mind you, all of them weren't TOS updates, but I would say out of those 60, probably, I would say maybe about 35 of them were like, yo, along with this update, bro, we have a new TOS for you. And I'm like, what the fuck? 35? I'm not reading 35 of them. You know what I'm saying? So
no, that's insane.
I'm just like, dude, and I think that's where it kind of gets to human nature. Like when it's like, dude, okay, you know what? If all I got to do is click this button.
Yeah, it's really hard to reject that impulsivity to just push it and be like, okay, whatever, just let me do my thing. Yeah. See, and that's like, I wonder what you could even do retroactively, because if you decided, okay, I'm really not feeling this and I want to pull all my music from Spotify, they were provided your information and that data at one point, and do they
I would
still have
assume,
it?
right? That's the part.
Would
And
you have
you know what? You know
to
what? When you pull your music, I don't know if you've done this before, because I actually had to with the issue I had with such and such prior to, I had to pull my track. However,
yeah.
it took like 3 days to officially come off of the platform, right? So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if anybody else has ever tried to pull their music off of, say, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever it is. I pulled it off of all platforms, but it took 3 days specifically, say, for Spotify. Apple Music, I think, took 2 days, I believe. But even then, like those days in between, I'm just wondering, like, is that their way of being like, you know what, they're pulling this, but let me go ahead and download this real fast.
Yeah. We're making backups.
And we're putting it in a backup
We're sending
folder.
This to our server. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
see, that's the thing. Like, what would you do? Would you have to? I wish we had like a lawyer we could ask. Because like, would you have to pull your music and then send them a cease and desist? Like you no longer have permission to use.
Right.
And also what I find interesting as far as that goes is that these are new terms of service, right? So if you had your music uploaded on their platform prior to them rolling out this TOS, you should be allowed to decide whether or not you want to continue to allow them to use this. And I think that it would be really strange for them to retroactively be able to say, well, you provided your data and then we made this decision, but we still can do this with the data that you provided prior to us announcing that these were our intentions.
Like
so
those,
I don't
like
even
those
know
tracks
like
are
how they can
grandfathered
do
in
that.
type shit. Like
Yeah.
they don't even they
Yeah.
don't apply. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say that if it was a track that you uploaded to their platform prior to their change in terms of service, and then they tried to pull this shit with that track, that you probably then would have legal recourse to be like,
Right.
hey, I posted this before you basically said you were going to steal it. So, but I don't know. You'd have to prove that then. That's crazy.
Oh, okay. That's interesting, nobody. Okay. Like literally how you have it. Is that a typo with the semicolon or?
Can you share a link for the app, nobody?
Because I know I got like 35 I got to run through real quick. You know?
Yeah.
If they can do it on like a quicks, I'll do that shit, you know, saying this weekend or whatever this week. But yeah, no typo. So just like that, you just type it in for like what, the Play Store or, you know, the Apple Store or whatever. Word.
He said no typo.
Yeah, no typo.
Okay. Oh, so Bad Context said that he got put on a good playlist on Spotify, but then he had them pull the music because there were bot plays.
Oh. That's wild.
Interesting.
That's crazy. Now, I'm also wondering if this is a deterrent for any kind of fight back when it comes to, because like they're using obviously their AI they've admitted to, they're using their AI throughout to train. What does that then further mean for, say, like Timbaland and his AI artist? Does that mean that it opens a door for more of those?
I don't know, man. I'm just concerned about what this means for music and for independent artists going forward, because it's just like, you know, just announce that you're trying to ass rape us. I mean, I guess I'm serious. That's what you're saying.
No,
you're literally just coming out, say the quiet part out loud. Then why don't you? Because that's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
We all know like record labels and things like that before they distribute to platforms. I'm sure that there's, you know, royalty deals and things that are made behind the scenes that keeps Spotify accountable, but your average independent artist doesn't have that kind of power to even begin those conversations with tycoons like Spotify.
Yep. That's absolutely crazy.
I don't like that one bit, sir.
I don't either. And what I also don't like is this other article here that we need to talk about, because I'm not liking it at all. If I can get this motherfucker to come up, damn it. Okay, there we go. So everybody knows who Bayer is, right? Pharmaceutical company, got aspirins and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Monsanto is a pesticide company. And they have officially bought out Monsanto. Bayer has.
Yeah. It's a little scary.
It is, because it's kind of a full circle. Like, you know, Bill Gates is computers, but yet he's doing vaccines. What's that all about? Now you got a pharmaceutical company dealing with a pesticide company. What the fuck is that all about? I don't know.
I think what that's all about is that we're seeing that Big Pharma is in bed with Big Food.
Right.
I mean, that pretty much sums it up, which is terrifying. You should be scared. You should be outraged, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what this guy right here's got to say, because he's got something to tell us. You know what I'm saying?
Food. Glyphosate, wait for it, causes non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Now, we've come full circle. Big Pharma is in bed with Big Food, and both of them are in bed with our Western health system. None of which is concerned with making cures, all of which is concerned with making customers. Welcome to the circus. Going down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like what's it called? What do they call it? The mechanic theory. Where you go to the mechanic, you get I'm there for an oil change. Homie comes back. He's like, hey, listen, man, you got, your struts are looking a little fucked up. And then the shock's over here. And then you're like, what? Dude, I came for an oil change. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
And then sure enough, like later down the road, all of a sudden, like maybe a month, two goes by. And then all of a sudden your strut fucks up. And it's like, dude, what were you doing to my strut? Like it worked fine before this. It was an oil change, my dude.
Yeah.
They're there to make customers. You know what I mean?
The fact that the pesticide leads to non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and Bayer has medication that treats non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Right.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Listen, they also do this intertwining with themselves as well, because you have medication that's constantly like thrown on TV in the ads, right? And it's got like the mom and the dad and the kids swinging at the playground, but it's talking about like fucking whatever, right? That has nothing to do with that. But it's like, oh, take this medication, and then it's like side effects may include right, but then it also states something like may cause, and then it's like, oh, so I'm gonna take this medication to fix this problem, but yet it may cause me to have a whole nother problem that I'll have to take that I have to go and take a whole nother
cancer, right?
You can take a whole nother medication for. And then you look, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, if I didn't take this one medication here, I wouldn't have to now take this week's worth of medication. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, it's like a self-sustaining cycle of just.
And I know people out there. I know everybody out there has probably had a family member, an older family member, grandma, grandpa, or whatever. And you sit there, and by the time you are of age to understand what's going on, when they are like, "Hey, I'm taking my medicine," and then you look and they take out like the fucking drawer of pills, and then you look at it, and it's like in one day's worth of pills, they got like 9 pills in there, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Right. Yeah, because it's not. That's the thing, is like the medical industry doesn't actually seek to cure. They seek to symptom treat. They put a Band-Aid on issues. They don't actually get to the root cause of like why do you have type 2 diabetes?
Oh, don't get me wrong. They know why. They're not gonna tell you. They'll tell you some kind of side effect story where you're like, oh, we can subside it with this. Subside it, bitch. I want it to go away.
It's easier for you to take a pill every day than it is for you to completely overhaul your diet, your exercise, your lifestyle. Those are the real changes that could actually possibly cure you, or at least make your diabetes, just leagues more controllable.
It also doesn't line their pockets to cure people. It doesn't line their pockets to cure them.
If you create a disease, you create a returning customer.
Yeah. Listen to what she just said. Everybody needs to listen to what she just said.
Yeah. If you create a disease, you create a returning customer. All business is meant to create customers, right? Not a one-time transaction. That's not lucrative.
Right. It ain't a one-hit wonder out there.
That's the same with foods. I mean, there's a lot of foods that have ingredients in them that are actually addictive, like physically addictive. Like you get addicted.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that, because then that makes you just be sitting there and be like, I want some Doritos. Not calling out Doritos, but just saying.
I've always wondered. Listen, I've always wondered this, because addiction is something that's more of a medical thing, right?
Yes.
In terms of that, it's more of a medical thing. Now, here's the kicker. I'm wondering if Big Pharma hasn't already been in bed with Big Food, and they've been the ones not supplying like that, but at least intel, intelligence and shit. They're supplying intelligence. Like, listen, guys, over there at Doritos, if you guys add such and such, you know what I'm saying? It ain't got a taste to it. But if you add it to the ingredient list and throw it in the mixture, you might have people not being able to put the bag down.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, and it creates a demand where otherwise there might not be as much of a demand.
Wait, whose was it? Was it Lay's? Was it Lay's where the motto was like, I bet you can't eat just one?
Yes, they literally were like, eat the whole bag.
Right.
Or was it? Yeah, that was Lay's.
I think it was
Lay's. Just one.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing that I find really interesting too, when you think about it, is like I was a kid in the 90s. Growing up, like I do remember there were a few kids that I went to school with who had like peanut allergies. That's always been, a thing.
Yeah.
But all these new, and I don't mean to say new allergies because I know that some of these have existed for a really long time, but like all these new things that we're seeing, like gluten free, and so there's gluten
It's
allergies,
becoming more widely.
right?
It used
And
to be
so for a
regionally, which I
while,
thought was also a weird thing. How is it regionally? Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, maybe based on the diets of those regions, but like what
Possibly.
I found was weird is for a long time, like I seem to have gotten over it somehow. Oddly enough, it really just seems like since I stopped taking my prescription psychiatric drugs that I don't have near as many digestive issues as I used to have. But for
Right.
2 years, I was gluten free because I would have a reaction every time I ate gluten. And then I started to realize I think it's actually soy. And I was talking to this guy at one of our bocce clubs, and he said, well, you're probably not allergic to soy. It's probably the pesticides that they put on the soy because they use, Roundup, like something similar to that.
Right.
And that might be what you're actually allergic and sensitive to. And I was like, that's a really interesting thought that all these allergies are popping up for very widespread crops like wheat and soy. Maybe we're not actually allergic to wheat and soy. Maybe we're allergic to what they're putting on the wheat and the soy. Just a
Yes.
thought.
Just
Just
a
a thought.
thought. And hey, listen, the peanuts, my dude. It's what they're putting on them.
Oh yeah, KJ.
It's while they're growing, because then that becomes absorbed into them.
Yes. Yeah, you can't just
Yeah.
rinse that shit off.
Yeah, there ain't no rinsing off that motherfucker, you heard?
Yeah.
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 Well, that's like, I mean, if you've ever had a crop on your own property, it's pretty telling because, like, when I grew up, we had an apple orchard on my parents' property, and these apples would grow. We probably didn't really know that much about maintaining apple trees, but the apples were really small and they always had like little blemishes and little holes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just interesting because when you go to the store and you buy apples there, they're huge and most of them are like blemish free and they're really pretty. But if you meander on over to the organic section and you look at those apples, they're not as pretty. They're not as perfectly shaped. They're not as big. They're not as evenly colored. And they often times have like, just little blemishes and things. Why is that?
Yeah.
Why is that? You know?
Well, yeah, because they're not
Like,
giving the miracle grow.
right.
Yeah.
And they're not spraying them with wax and
Mm-hmm.
pesticide controls. Like, it's just insane.
Have you ever done that with that apple? I've done that before, and we threw the whole bag away.
What did you do?
We skinned it with the wax though that was on it, like the
Oh,
the
ew.
literal like coating that was on it. It came right off.
Yeah.
There's a way to do it. It's like seltzer water and a couple other things, but yeah, no,
Ugh.
we you know what I'm saying, let it sit for a little bit, and then we picked it up, and you can literally, it was like peeling your skin from a sunburn. It just
Oh
it
my
just came right
God.
off. I was like, I'm getting rid of that. Because people
Oh.
are like, hey, did you wash your fruits? Do you sit there and do that? Because that's what it took for me to get that off. Or do you just rinse it underwater real quick?
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
because
saying?
you
Like,
can't
it
just
took us
rinse your apple
we had to
underwater
put
and
it
get
in,
wax off.
right, we had to put it in like a pot on the stove and do a whole bunch of shit to it and let it sit in that shit and then got it out and then we were able to peel it off. Like, it came off, like,
Right.
not the skin of the apple, guys. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like it looks like the equivalent of like when you get a sunburn and your skin starts to peel, that real thin layer. That's what it was
Mm.
coming off the apple on the outside. I'm like, oh, this is not cool, because it wasn't like flaky, or it was like it was malleable, and I'm like, wow, this
Yeah.
feels an awful lot like a candle almost. By this point,
Well, you figure you get that off, but that's just the upper layer. Like it's probably seeped into the skin and into the
right?
apple itself at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. It's so gross.
She says, ugh. Oh man. Listen, guys. A big shout out to everybody in Blender Ones Mafia, man. Appreciate y'all sliding through on this
Oh
Talk
yeah.
About It Tuesday. Yeah, talk about it Tuesday. We got some things to talk about. However, we are going to be jumping over to some music. Yeah, we got some music coming in. I think we got Bad Conduct up first. Again, if you guys got something to slide through, put it in the form at the top of your chat. And the queue is open right now. We got this one coming to us from Bad Conduct. It is on BandLab. And, ooh, okay, hold up. Y'all motherfuckers better get ready. Y'all motherfuckers better get ready. We got ourselves. It's right off the grip.
All right.
Right off the grip. Drive by for Bad Conduct. And let me see who else is on this. So feature, it looks like Josefina. And we got Salvatore Calor on the beat. It's called Bag of Weed. Ooh. I don't even know if I can shoot at him now.
Oh.
I'm just kidding, man. Bad Conduct, do me a favor, bro. You got a duck.
Light it up, about to get faded. No, I don't want this stress. Back and roll one up, take a pop off and release all negativity.
Wake up, roll up, blaze up, turn the next phase up, so high. Smoke clears, where the fuck am I? Caught in the drug and juice haze. Wake up, roll up, blaze up, turn the next phase up, so high. Smoke clears, where the fuck am I? Caught in the drug and juice haze. Please excuse me, let's get to the point. Well, I balance on the end of this joint. When life seems destroyed or when I'm annoyed, I just twist, wanna let the sweet aroma numb. When life gets cumbersome, Mary Jane, she is my love. I thank my lucky stars, she puts up with this cunt. And on that note, I'm off to smoke me some. Depression, sad at anxiety for questioning what hasn't happened yet. Anxiety's mad at depression cause he overslept. Self-worth pissed cause they're suffering their beef. If they only had balance in a bag of weed, they could see past the PTSD who checks in continuously. Showing off repressed memories like, look at my trophies, look how they gleam with the past you try to leave. They need balance in a bag of weed, paranoia you won't believe. Nobody's looking psychosis, see shadows moving but nobody believes. Ego wears his heart on the sleeve, they just need balance in a bag of weed. No antidepressants, just a bag of green for me. No stem, no seed, so I can escape into my dreams. Just need balance in a bag of weed. Please excuse me, let's get to the point. Well, I balance on the end of this joint. When life seems destroyed or when I'm annoyed, I just twist, wanna let the sweet aroma numb. When life gets cumbersome, Mary Jane, she is my love. I thank my lucky stars, she puts up with this cunt. And on that note, I'm off to smoke me some.
Yeah, without Mary Jane, I could never escape. I just wanna get away. So I take it to the face, and I forget about all reality. Ooh, I got the munchies, but I'm over here. Paranoid as fuck, but that's just how it be. And when I'm stressing out, that's why you see me puffing on my DP. Yeah, they judging me, but they don't really know what I be going through. I'm getting real high, escaping from real life, yeah.
Please excuse me, let's get to the point. Well, I balance on the end of this joint. When life seems destroyed or when I'm annoyed, I just twist, wanna let the sweet aroma numb. When life gets cumbersome, Mary Jane, she is my love. I thank my lucky stars, she puts up with this cunt. And on that note, I'm off to smoke me some. Just need balance in a bag of weed. Just need balance in a bag of weed. Balance in a bag of weed. Balance in a bag of weed.
I'm getting real high, escaping from real life, yeah.
Bag of weed, that was Bad Conduct and Josefina on this one. Yeah, we're gonna go and talk about some of this right here. You know what I'm saying? So Mom, talk about it Tuesday. What you gotta say about this?
I like this track. At first, I don't know if I wasn't paying attention or what, but I didn't realize it was G. And then I heard G, and I was like, I think that's G.
I
So that was
literally
kind of
said
funny.
G. Josefina was a feature.
Oh, see, yeah, I
You
must
was
have been
not
just
paying
like
attention.
not listening. Yeah.
Yo,
But
you did say
I was distracted. I'm
distracted.
very
Yeah,
distractible.
look.
Yeah, right now. But 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 that being said, like I recognized her voice right away, so that's what I was gonna say like at the very beginning.
Right.
But for quality on this, I have a 3. I really liked the ad libs; those were cool. Over Bad Conduct's verse, and then I did notice that whoops, I missed a part here. I also really love the beat. Yeah. But the bounce delay that was on G's verse, I felt like was just a little bit distracting. I think it's a cool effect, but I would just dial that down a little bit. And then I just think that maybe like a little bit of a better vocal blend between Bad Conduct's vocals and G's. Hers were very echoey, very sort of ethereal and reverby, and Bad Conduct's are a little bit more dry and front facing. So I would say just maybe blend those out a little bit more, just so it guys, sounds like you guys are in the same space. Relatability, I had a 4. This was a good track. I think it said a lot, and I think it's probably very relatable for a lot of people. And replayability for me is a 4, because even with the mix just as it stands, I think it's definitely a good listen, and I would listen to it again. So
right. Yeah, for me, I was more of a 3.5 on the quality. As I was actually thinking the same thing as King James, as far as G kind of doing the whole verse as more of a singing style. I did appreciate though the I guess the interruption she gave herself. Where she was like, I got the munchies. And I was like, yo, I feel that because I've gotten to a point where I'm sitting there, me and Quinn just chilling and shit. And all of a sudden, we finish up and I'm like, that shit just hit you. You be like, I got to sing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got the munchies. Like, I'm just on the way to the kitchen. You know what I mean? I feel that.
Right.
But if the whole verse was, yes, I understand where King James is coming from, because I heard that too, and I'm like, damn, this would have been dope if she kind of just sang the whole thing. Like, even with those interruptions, she can keep those, but then they would sound, a little bit more, geared to where she was at. As far as what you said, yeah, a little bit too spacious on her delivery on the vocal chain. I would say if Bad Conduct can just kind of grab some of her air. Just take some of her air, bro. That's all you got to do. Just take some of her air and give it to your vocal blend, and then that should get a good balance between the two. Yeah, did you see what he said down there? He was like,
yes, I did. I'm like, oh, my ADHD is ADHD-ing today. I got some extra sleep because I didn't sleep at all the night before last, so I'm like overslept, and my mind is just like very hyperactive today. I've been getting distracted all day, so it's bad today.
Hey, it's good. It's all good. No worries. Let me see here. We got this one right here is from DJ Lakeside, and this one is called, hold on, because it's cutting me off over here. Let me get on the tab. Phone Buzzin'. This is called Phone Buzzin' by DJ Lakeside, not a drive-by. This is published, so it's a vibe check. Let them know what you guys think about in the chat. Let's see what he got to say. Let's go. Phone Buzzin'.
Is an elevate nigga. Yeah, you know how we rollin' now. It's a motherfucking G, yeah. G, nigga. Yeah. La. Nigga saying that right, man. Love, what you saying, like, get it right, yeah. I'm a double like a real G, nigga. Try to pull it on the track now. I don't really wanna stop, I just wanna drop it like a bomb for the door. Yeah, I'm a born feeling. What you saying? How been doing? Damn, hell yeah, Ryan Dean came back. Like, motherfucker, get it so get. How it do. Ladies, just get down. I'm about to just put it on the spec. I don't really wanna stop, I just get it on the track. yeah, put it on a track. Most especially, this is instrumentally going like most especially. Try to get this leak, what you saying now? I don't really wanna just. I be like, la la, la la, put it. Think we'll be rolling with this G, we don't never gonna stop. You know how I'ma do it like, I just wanna just drop. You know how I'm about to do it, so we be like drip, drip. Motherfucker go like it wanna heap it. Fucking heap it. Motherfucker, even if you wanna do it like, you can never do it, so you never just do it like. You can never sue me, so I'm coming like, what you look? Hey, you know how we go, you know how we get down, you know, yeah. Ya luego gonna gani, hey, you know how do I get it? Wait, sa, where, sa, ooh, sa, you know.
That's DJ Lakeside right there. Phone buzzing. Phone buzzing. My bad, yo. I'm actually having my damn self, and my ADHD kicked in, and it started.
Welcome.
I didn't even. Did you notice what I didn't do? Nope, because yours kicked in at the same time.
Did you didn't put the thing on the screen?
No, I didn't give him any of his other scores. I just said 3.5 on the quality, and then just moved on.
Oh, we're lost, guys. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's Talk About It Tuesday. We got shit to talk about, and y'all can talk about us because this is crazy. No, so for me, the relatability though, I had a 5. That's just me, because you know what I mean. Balancing a bag of weed, I get it.
Yeah, you just were too excited, I think, and you just ran away.
I
to the kitchen.
Ran away to the. I had the munchies, motherfuckers. Look. 5 on the relatability. Replayability as it stands, I was more towards that 3.5 area simply because I want to hear that blend better, and just the overall mix on that to kind of really mesh, because it was a super dope. Like, I think we've heard Bag of Weed before, but I don't think we heard it with G.
Have we?
I believe so.
Oh, yeah,
I believe it was an open still at that time, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe she was. I don't know. But I feel like I've heard it before.
I don't remember this with G on it.
Right, same. So I think it might have been an open. But yeah, hearing this with a final thing and the way that you kind of incorporated G on it, yeah, it definitely get bumped after that.
Those ad-libs were cool because I feel like the ad-libs were a combination of him and her. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's sort of what I was hearing, and it sounded cool.
I feel like it. I definitely feel like that. Okay. Hold on, because everybody in the motherfucking chat better lock and load again. Oh, yeah, if you guys unloaded, I don't know. I did. I emptied it. But
oh dear,
I'm locked and loaded again. We got another drive-by coming. This one for K3. Step to the motherfucking front, sir. Yeah. And it's called Nonstop Savant. Listed in the other category. I don't know what to expect on this one here, but it's K3. Listen, sir, I just made Bad Conduct duck, and I totally, you know what I'm saying, went for the headshot. But on this one, bro, I'm gonna make you dance, bro. Aiming low. Yeah. Get your dancing shoes on. Let's get it.
Pick of the motherfucking letter. You think you gonna deliver better scripture? I think you dumb. Isn't this the type of fucking shit that's never done? Oh damn, didn't know that I would come and have this much fun. But I did now, holy shit, I'm about to leave them all out in the background. Baby, you know this shit too explosive with every single sound I'm concocting. Put my fucking cock in, she think that I'm rocking better than any rock star ever existed. I guess besides Marilyn Manson. Barreling down this hill again, I mean, listen to surround sound siphoning. All the feeling expression, I never heard adolescence that was so clueless and infested with all this bullshit. And if you really gonna stand there at the pulpit talking like a pastor, you know that you get a full clip. This disaster for anybody that's after me. You think I'm gonna put a hit in this, homie? That's casualty. Running it back, nobody else gonna be reloading a Mac the way that I do. Oh my god, I'ma just continue to confuse every single person. I'm hurting, you fucking lurking in the bushes. Better know that it's fucking finished. You're thrown in the furnace cause of the heat. No, I'm determined. Suffer defeat. Nobody gonna be better than me. I'm better than everyone. Holy shit, better know it's kingdom come the second that I keep on giving them every single royal piece. The royalties from my music better come straight to me. Since I made it, then I played it, made it so good. Every one of y'all never understood, but I just kept keeping my feet planted. Damn dog, didn't know that I'm about to leave the planet. And I'm scamming every single person that be listening, because it's very obvious he lip syncing. Nah dog, I do all rap, all facts. All of y'all with cap, get up off my back. Unless you a pack, I'm about to flip it, homie, let's react a little differently. I know that y'all gon' feel me, you just don't like to say that. Gotta get the forensics the fucking second I step in, because it's murdered away. I bring the Smith & Wesson. It's pretty damn impressive. That fucking bitch is damn fine, you know. I'ma go through like the cop arresting that fucking booty, lock it down. Better know I got that bitch. Listen, surround sound. Ain't I crazy? Better not ever fucking take me as a fucking joke, bitch. I ain't no shady wannabe. Dog, wannabe. I bet you do, but dog, do not come to me with that dummy shit. Honestly, you dumb with your whole dad looking like a mummy, bitch. How the fuck you really gonna all that brag like you humble, bitch? You ain't even half of all that stumbling with your fucking ball, but your ball keeps on fumbling. I don't really care, dog. Y'all are under him. Ain't that obvious? I think I'm bombing this entire place. Holy shit, I'm one step away, probably from getting canceled. I ain't gonna get on stage, yeah, okay. Motherfucker, tag me anyway. Tapping every day. I got all of the content, nonsense, I don't care. Usher, launch it, cause you know I'm like Pablo Escobar, bitch.
Non-stop Savant, that was K3 on that one right there. Talk about a Tuesday, man. So, Mom, what you got for this one?
Okay. Pause my stream because the ADHD is strong. I liked this. I have
so they're lifting quality... weights and shit?
Wait, what are we doing? We're doing a show. That's right. Oh, sorry guys, I'm back.
Right.
No. For quality, I had a 4. Like, I really did not hear much in this mix that I could really critique or say anything about. There was a point where there was a word, I think it was casualty, and it sounded like he cut it, like maybe you punched in there, K3, and I lost the Y on the word casualty. So I don't know if you meant to do that, but it just sounded like it cut off, like it just like got shot. It just went away.
Yeah.
It got. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So I know if I would fix that if you didn't intend for it to be that way. And then I would just say, like, I know you said that there's not even a mix on this yet. Still sounds pretty damn good for not having a mix on it. I just would say when you do get to that point, vocals up a little bit. The beat is very like
forefront. For me, it was forefront.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's just very noticeable, and you guys were fighting a little bit, but I really liked the flow on this, and like I don't know enough to be able to like delineate what type of flow it was, whatever, but I liked it. It was very bouncy and it kept my attention. And I enjoyed that about the track. As far as relatability, there were a few lines in this that I loved. I liked when you said, "I think you dumb," and then it just cut out. Like, there's nothing else to say. I just think you're dumb. I loved it. And then royalties better come straight back to me. Super fitting. Like, just had to point that out, what we were just talking about with Spotify. Like, what the fuck? So I mean, that's definitely relatable, I think, for a lot of us. So I'm gonna go for 5. 5 on relatability. Replayability is gonna be a 4, just because I know you're still working on it, but like I'm tapped out here. I don't have a whole lot of information that I can give you on how to make it better, but it sounds pretty damn good, and I really liked this track. So nice job.
Yeah, I'm the exact same with you, except for the things that I come to the point where, like, a little sauce added to it. For me, I'm thinking on the flow, what you were talking about, I can see this as, say, in a video form, like him walking down the street, like just heading to the bodega or something, and him just flowing like this. You know what I'm saying?
You want him to make a whole video for Sauce?
No. I'm saying that I can see that. So the sauce I could add is like maybe an ad lib or two that might be something along the lines of like a third party, like in a different vocal, tone and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's that or something? You know what I mean?
Yelling at the kids
random
in the
shit.
neighborhood.
Right. Just something crazy like that, because I can see this as like an outdoor environment type of vibe. Talking my shit while I'm walking to the store, some shit, you know what I mean? Something like that. Or walking through the park, whatever. You know what I mean? I can see that with the flow that this is, like, because you could even get like a little two-step type of joint with it. You know what I mean? Like, as you start to flow a little bit. Yeah, crazy shit. But I'm with you. But I'm definitely with you. On all that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. I think we're going to go with one more. Yeah, we got one. We have more. We have more than one more. But I got one more right now. Then we're going to take a quick break, come back with some more news. So definitely stay tuned because, hey, listen, we got some shit to talk about. Heart of Hearing. This one here coming featuring Callie Breed. Scandalous Bones on this one right here. It's published, so it's a vibe check. Let them know what y'all think in this one right here. Let's get it. Heart of Hearing. Let's go.
Like I walk right out of heaven. I ain't know you was my blessing. My guardian angel been looking out for me, but still couldn't teach me a lesson. Life without you so depressing. My love of my best friend, blessing.
Boy, you been a blessing in disguise. I ain't like them hoes, won't tell no lies. I tried and I cried. When I tried, then I cried. I ain't what you want, then double up on your pride. How the fuck you put taboo? You know them hoes can never love you like I do. Got me playing house, but you be popping on the weekends. Bottle up inside, oh boy, you know I'm fucking seeking.
Baby girl too dope, she got me tweaking. Ain't even gon' waste no time tryna pretend. Don't leave me drowning in the deep end. Just tell me what's on your mind, what is you thinking?
I think I'm just not what you want, but what you need.
You and me over everything, they won't let it be. What is you thinking?
Popping on the weekends, bottle up inside, oh boy, you know I'm fucking seeking.
It's like I walk right out of heaven. I ain't know you was my blessing. My guardian angel been looking out for me, but still couldn't teach me a lesson. Life without you so depressing. My love of my best friend, blessing.
I've been playing my position, you've been playing a role. It's my birthday every day, you ain't nothing but a zodiac bro. Scandalous, no trust, no trust.
Don't fuss, don't fight, trust. They believe they own lie. Gotta watch your back around the people you keeping by your side. Kept on keeping it real, and all it did was fill them up with spite. This what it is, just another ghetto law. My guardian angel been looking out for me, teach me a lesson. My love of my best friend, blessing. It's like I walk right out of heaven, right out of heaven.
Between.
Yeah, that was Scandalous Bones, Heart of Hearing, again featuring Callie Breed on that one right there. Yeah, we're going to take a quick break, man. Blended Ones Radio Network, OC Kush, Suburban Mom. We'll be right back with some news to talk about. If y'all need to know, this is Last Chance Challenge coming up this week on Sunday, September 21st, 7 p.m. Eastern. That's your last chance to get into the September Song of the Month tournament, man. We got 3 spots available, 2 regular winners and a wild card spot as well. Get your shit together. This is the week right here, and this is the time for throwing in drive-bys so we can let you know exactly what you need to have done to it to send it in on Sunday. Hey, listen, Blended Ones Radio Network. We'll be right back.
This is K3. Yo, it's your boy T1D.
Hey, it's your boy Weirdo.
Hey, it's your girl G Josefina.
What's up? This is Oric Raps.
Hey, it's Siren.
Yo, this is Bad Conduct, and you're about to grab a motherfucking seat, and you're tuned into the Blunted Ones Radio Network.
Power up podcast and music is definitely here, bro.
All right. Hey, look, you out of it.
I know. I was like,
you thought I said scandalous bones the whole time.
I know.
I did say that, y'all, right?
did.
Didn't I say that?
You did. You did. I was looking at them because they were both in chat, and like my brain just went to like Bad Conduct, and I was like, when are we gonna hear him? Like, bro, I don't know what my problem is today. I'm like just so freaking out of it, bro.
That's crazy. You're gonna be more out of it, I think, when I tell
Probably.
when I tell you this. So, oh man, check it out, guys. We have, if anybody has heard yet, I don't know if anybody, maybe Scandalous Bones. I believe you're in Cali, if I'm not mistaken. You might have heard about this already, and anybody else that's in that state. They passed a bill out there. The AB 495 bill has passed, and it's about to be signed into law, officially. This is why we were all distracted and doing our things out here, worrying about this and worrying about that. But yeah, this law here directly affects our kids. Not our kids specifically, like
Those
me
California
and Quinn,
kids.
but the California kids so far. And again, this is one of those things where like they roll it out like this on purpose. People just assume like state by state they do their own thing. They're all working together, bro. You know what I mean? Like one state rolls it out first, then you'll see a couple more, and then by the time you know it, 35 out of 50 states got it, and you're like, holy shit. It's been like a year. You know what I mean? Like, what?
Right.
With that being said, though, I'm going to let this video play. I just want you to understand about what's going on here and how it affects the kids. And then just listen to the way that this entire little chamber here reacts when it, you know, it becomes official. You know what I'm saying? Just check this out. So I'm gonna pause it real quick. You started hearing the clapping. But this is just kind of a synopsis of this law. The law will allow any stranger to take your child out of school if they are within 5 degrees of separation from you. And now, if anybody understands the way families work, that's basically a complete stranger.
Uh-huh.
Now, the way it works is as long as this individual goes through the process of filling out the AB 495 form. I don't know if that's the actual name or if there's going to be a name for it. But they're talking about filling out a form that has the information of them and the child on it. And from there, as long as they have that form, they don't have to legally show ID when they come to the school. All they have to do is say, like, here, hey, I'm here to pick up Jessica, and the school will let Jessica go. The school has no legal obligation to call for your consent. They have no legal obligation to call to notify you about it either. And And in other words, legally, this is somebody basically able to come through and kidnap your kid.
Mm-hmm.
Me and some mom talked about this. Go ahead. My fault. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I just wanted to expand a little bit on the 5 degrees of separation because I think
Okay,
that
go
that's
ahead.
really important.
Yeah.
So I just now just did this. I said, I used ChatGPT and I said, can you give me some examples of, well, he did, 5 degrees of separation. So you could say that you or I or anyone listening could be 5 degrees of separation from Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Because you, the regular person in this example, know your daughter's teacher, okay, or any other everyday professional that you would interact with. That teacher has a college friend who works in journalism. That journalist has interviewed a United States senator, and that senator has directly worked with Barack Obama. That's 5 degrees of separation.
Yes.
You could do the same thing with Taylor Swift and Albert Einstein. Taylor Swift has collaborated with Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran once performed with Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney collaborated with David Bowie. David Bowie starred in a movie with Tom Conti. Tom Conti played in a biopic directly tied to Albert Einstein. That's kind of a looser comparison, obviously. But I don't know if this means like familial, like 5 degrees of familial separation or just 5 degrees of separation as far as you know someone. But that, like, either way, I mean, that's pretty separated. 5 degrees of separation is a pretty deep separation. If 5 degrees of just knowledgeable separation could separate you or I from Barack Obama. Like, that's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said it 5 degrees of separation, even in a family setting, is still a stranger. Like, at that point, like, does your kid even ever see that? Like, me and Submom had a little conversation pre-show. It's one of the reasons kind of why we were a little late, because some of the news that we brought to the table today was something we kind of had to get a little discussion about pre-show and kind of get a little grips of what's going on. But like, we had a question here during this one when we were screening it, and the only thing that really comes to mind is like the school not having the obligation to, you know, call for consent or to call for notification or anything like that is one thing. It's crazy to think about, like, they don't have to do that. And just because Joe Blow over here says that he's taking Jessica, the thing is like, what if Jessica comes to the door thinking it's like mom or dad, and it's not? It's this fucking dude.
Yeah.
Does she legally have to go with him? Does the school kick her out and say, "Listen, he's signing for you. He's already signed you out. You have to go." Like, is it one of those things, or is the school going to be able to fight for the kid and be like, "Hey, listen, dude, she doesn't want to go with you. You're going to have to leave."
Well, and that's the thing is, like, she might not know him. So, like, with a family, I just plugged this in. Your first degree relations are like parents and children. Second degree is siblings, grandparents, grandchildren. Third degree is aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, great grandparents, and children. Fourth degree is first cousins, great aunts and uncles, great nieces, nephews. Fifth degree is first cousins once removed and second cousins. I have second cousins that I have never in my life met. They live in Pennsylvania.
Right.
And if they showed up at a school, if my daughter was enrolled in public school, which praise God, she is not anymore. But if she was, and my second cousin, whom I've never met from Pennsylvania, came and took her out of school, I would be terrified because I don't even know that person. She would be terrified. I've never met them. She certainly has never met them. That's wild. That's wild work. Wild work.
Now, the push is, since this has been kind of stated, there has been pushback. Don't get me wrong. There's been pushback. The big pushback, though, is they're basically the narrative in the algorithm. When you do search this up and videos about it, it's all pushing for people to leave, like get out, which is very odd to me. It's like, why would we not just, you know, right the wrong here? Like, listen, people, let's look at the Constitution here. Does anybody know the Declaration of Independence? If you don't, fucking read it.
You better.
We the people.
Yes.
We the people can overthrow a tyrannical government.
Well, you can try to, but
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
probably gonna
right,
get
right.
called a domestic terrorist, and you're gonna go to jail for a bunch of
Exactly.
But legally, we're
Exactly.
supposed to be able to do that.
Right.
But that's the thing. It's like, how do you prove to a monster that it's a monster?
Mhm. Mhm.
But while it's trying to bite your head off.
And then at the same
That's
time, there's the
hard.
division. There's the division that's already there, where you have the other people already. They're all like these are, and I'm not saying like politicians or the media. I'm talking about just regular posts from regular people talking about, you need to leave. We need to leave. We need to get out.
Yeah.
The narrative's already been spun where we're running from the problem.
Yeah.
That's
No
scary.
way.
That's scary to think about. Because if that does work, for example, and California gets rid of so many thousands of hundreds of thousands of people, now their numbers have dwindled, makes it a little bit more easier to control. Now they have an entire state directed to themselves. And guess what? The heart of that state is Hollywood.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about the same state that's now been approving federally funded low income housing to be built on the land that was just recently burned down.
Right.
And guess who's probably invested in all of that?
Yeah, a little foundation.
It truly to me seems like they're trying to create a state or even well, obviously every state is sovereign, but they're trying to create a state where it's just like just so far removed from what America is supposed to be.
Mhm.
That they would have control over, like, almost a socialist state. Like, it seems like they're really trying to create a socialist state within our country and have everybody that lives there just depend on handouts and, then that gives them obviously complete and total control. And we all know that California is a huge state geographically. It's a huge state po population-wise, and
Right.
they also have a ton of electoral votes, so they are a large voice within our country, and it's very scary to see what's going on there and to see what's been going on there. I mean,
Right.
I just can't. The thing that I want to know, and I would love if anybody has information on this, please, like, put it in the chat because I really want to know. I haven't had a chance to deeply research this because this is a story that obviously OC brought here, but like, what was the purpose for passing this legislature? Like, who does this help? Now,
Yeah,
obviously,
we had that question. Yeah, during the
yeah,
pre-show, we had that. We
we
couldn't figure it
can
out.
we can clearly think of like who it will help.
Right.
I can answer that question. It's nobody good. But what did they present when they introduced this
The
legislature?
pitch. What was the pitch?
Yes, what's the pitch? How is this beneficial to children in California? How?
Right.
How? What?
Yeah.
This seems like the opposite of what we would want to be doing. I mean, what the hell?
It's very weird.
When my daughter's stepmom, so before she was married to my daughter's dad, she went to go pick her up from school one day, and she didn't bring her ID because she didn't know if she was gonna need it. She's obviously not at that point, she was not, like, first degree of separation because they
Mhm.
weren't married yet,
Right.
and they gave her a lot of hell for it, and they actually had to call me and say, "There's a woman here whose name is," I won't say her name, but her name
Such and
is
such. Yeah.
such and such, and she's trying to pick up your daughter. Is it okay if we release her to you? And I said, "Yeah, I know her. That's, her dad's girlfriend. It's totally fine." And she was, of course, an emotional mess because it was just a very emotional and scary experience for her because she felt like she was being treated like a criminal, but she should have been. And I appreciate that the school called me and asked me,
Right.
if that was okay. And then obviously I went to the school or like filed separate paperwork to create, um, you know, a paper trail that says she's allowed to pick the child up. It's fine.
You know
But
what's
I'm glad
crazy?
that they called.
Right. Right. You know what's crazy, King James? Is I mean, you brought up health insurance right there, but similarly in California, I think we did a story a while ago, if you remember right. A dude with he had an ambulance for his daughter. He called and he lived in California, and So
Mm-hmm.
because he had insurance, he had to pay the full amount of the ambulance ride.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they have a program there where apparently if you don't have insurance, you get a discount.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, it's
that
weird.
all and see that kind of brings me to a totally different point, but I think it's important to talk about. There's a quote that a lot of people have been sharing around right now that's completely out of context, from one of Charlie Kirk's debates, where he said that he believes that the civil justice reform of the 1960s was a huge mistake. Now, that's the part of the quote that they're sharing, but they're, of course, taking it out of the context of a huge, long string of thoughts and a debate,
Right.
which the entire debate is necessary context for what he was saying. But what he essentially was saying is that because of that law, that paved the way for, I think it was Lyndon B. Johnson in the 1940s to create the War on Poverty, which then led to the inaction of welfare and things like this.
Right.
And it's now gotten us to the point where, black or white, a single mother can reap more benefits from governmental subsidiaries than from a father.
Right.
So it almost
That's what.
incentivizes
Yeah, it's
the
that
destruction
of
of
the family.
of the family.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's what he meant by that, because it actually was, that legislature was, there were a lot of things about the legislature that he did agree with, like, ending segregation and things like that. But it was that part of the legislature that essentially made black people in this country a target, because we know that black people are disproportionately exposed to poverty versus other
Right.
people in this country. And so they were disproportionately affected by, welfare and things like that. And just essentially, incentivizing single motherhood and
Right.
relying on the state. And I, for one, can speak to that, because for a very long, like about a year, I was a single mom with my daughter after her dad and I split. And I'm telling you, I sat in my apartment one night crying with nothing to eat and seriously thought, why am I even working right now? Because I knew that if I stopped working and I quit my job, that I could get more benefits from the state than I was even making, and I could be with my child full time.
Right.
I knew a girl who lived across the apartment complex who did that.
Right.
And that's a problem. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
yeah.
it's like that's what the state of California, they're all about that. Like, they want their people to be reliant.
Do you know what it actually entails? Because it actually entails something that was not just so much concise with females, but with the vid, and how people were like, hey, we're going to mandate these people staying at home. But guess what? We'll give you a little bit of money for it. And people were happy as fuck. I ain't got to go back to work. I don't know about you guys in your area, but the people I associated with, a lot of motherfuckers was like, oh, yeah, dude, I could live like this. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you wake up and do nothing.
Well, and that's, like, even speaking of that time, like, there were a lot of things that happened that didn't make a lot of sense. Like, liquor stores were allowed to stay open because they were deemed to be an essential business. However, churches were forced to shut down.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Does that not speak of an agenda to force people into dependence on something?
Well, yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Super crazy. Super fucking crazy, man. We got one more little article right here, and then we'll get back into some music. I got some people sliding through the queue. If you haven't yet slid through the queue, make sure you get your track in there. I got everybody who has submitted so far, so you'll be lining up in just a second. This one here, though, is interesting. Now, again, don't mind the people and their voices. Just kind of listen to what they say. You know what I'm saying? This guy here, he's going to talk about it. Conversations are now being monitored, and this goes for some of you guys out there.
Massive nationwide warning for anyone who has ever used ChatGPT because your conversations are now being monitored. Okay, so basically OpenAI admits that they're scanning users' ChatGPT conversations constantly, and they're reporting this content to the police if necessary. Imagine for a second any conversation that you've ever had with ChatGPT is now up for review from a living person from the company, able to be sent over to the police at any moment. The company tried to release this information extremely quietly, but it ended up blowing up and going completely viral. It's really interesting because the company claims that they're only going to be searching for harmful behavior that could impact yourself as well as others, but where's the line here? The company's privacy policy even mentions that we use a combination of automated systems, human review, and user reports to be able to find and assess ChatGPTs that violate their policies. What has so many people frustrated right now is that the new rule seems to be able to contradict the company's privacy policy and ongoing lawsuit that the New York Times currently has on them. Pretty much assume that if you use ChatGPT, you're having that conversation directly with authorities. I keep you guys updated about everything that...
That's crazy. So we actually talked about this previously.
We did, yeah.
But they've come out and made it official, where they're now monitoring the entirety. From what I've gathered from this, I'm trying to see if I can find them in my history over here, but I had found a couple of articles of people that actually had gotten raided because of some of the stuff that they were asking and talking about with ChatGPT.
Bro.
So, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy to think about because the last statement he said, it goes basically contradicts their privacy, policy that they have, which is crazy because it's like, we're talking about AI here that we already found out that in itself would jump through loopholes. So who's to say the company wouldn't?
Right.
It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, we discussed this because we were talking about how it's there's
with the children was with the children
in place to protect kids. Yeah.
Yep. Now it's gotten to everybody. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Hey, man. Yeah. And again, that's for me, I'm looking at it as just another step towards complete monetization from everything, like from cameras out on the streets to cameras inside buildings to now your phones, all the different apps you're using.
Yeah.
You got other apps that are taking your that legally have the ability to take your likeness. If you hit the TOS.
Yeah, we're literally living in a state of surveillance. I mean,
facts.
Just think about, for example, that Robinson, look at how many, different video clips we've seen of him since, they started looking for him. There's ring cam footage. There was footage from the university. There was Discord conversations that
but coincidentally, there's no digital footprint.
Right. And they claim that these Discord conversations were shown to them from his roommate, but I have a sneaking suspicion that that's not the case.
Right, because why wouldn't they have documented it?
Right.
And
well,
then
they said they took pictures of the conversations.
They're not releasing
I'm thinking to myself,
that.
you took picture. You're an FBI investigator, and your best way of collecting data is to take a picture of a person's phone and the conversation on their phone.
Right. Not their hardware.
Why wouldn't you confiscate their phone? Like what?
Yeah, not the hardware.
Hello.
Don't do what everybody else normally gets as a search warrant for you guys to take their shit.
Right. Well, and they said that that's what didn't make any sense is that they said in one of the releases from the FBI that they removed several computers from the residence that Robinson lived with his partner and took those in for processing, for the FBI processing. So you mean to tell me that you removed computers from the home to process for evidence, but you didn't take this person's phone? You just took pictures of their phone, and they obviously have they're in contact with the alleged shooter, and their phone has been their means of communication with the alleged shooter, but you're going to allow them to continue to have that method of communication wide open
pockets,
because at this point they still hadn't caught him. Like that doesn't even begin to make sense. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. And I don't know why his partner wasn't taken into custody for possible accessory charges either. That's confusing to me.
Right, dude. I'm just like, look, there's talk about it Tuesday, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
Listen, hey, I seen that nobody. He said nobody safe, so nobody was like, thanks for letting everybody know, man. That is hilarious. Oh my goodness. Look, we got some music to get to, man. We got DJ Lakeside coming up. We have some Ricky Rax on deck. We have some Scandalous Bones as well, I believe. And I'm trying to find everybody else. Not this one. My fault. We on DJ Lakeside right now. Excuse me. But we have some more coming through the queue. Get your tracks in if you want to get played. We got unreleased music going at a drive-by. We got released music getting a vibe check. This one from DJ Lakeside is going to get a vibe check. And, oh, hey, what's up, man? What's good?
Hey, C-Boy.
What's good, C-Boy? This one is called Blunted Ones Mafia.
Oh, okay.
As the name of this. Okay, let's get it.
Wait, I wasn't listening. Whose song is this?
DJ Lakeside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
DJ Lakeside
I was distracted again.
It's in the trap category. Let's see what he's got to talk about on this one. Blunted Ones Mafia. Let's go.
Just put up, you know, my shorty thought this nigga pull a Lakeside from the west side. I be coming like the real west side. Oh my God, I'm about to do it, that's why I close. I'm a real nigga, so hard, doing like I'm a chillin' with a blunt nigga. Don't do it like I don't really wanna, like screw. I just gotta go like I'm bounced now. Just call me now. You know every day coming like I'm Bobby Lamb. Hey, see me now, I'm shuffling. Like motherfucker, just wanna do it like I don't really wanna run. I'ma do it like I'm on. I'm a one now. Chillin' with the blunt niggas. Chillin' like a dot nigga. Chillin' now, nigga. You know what I do when I'm feeling like nigga. Oh Lord, get my back now, you know I be like so. Don't really wanna stop this coming like, you know every day I wanna do it like I feelin' like. Don't really wanna lie, I be doing like every day now. Bubbling, try to do it like motherfucker, just go do it like I do it. Do, yeah. Where I come from, where I really play. Cool up. Check this nigga, I'm fresh to this coast now. You can never stop there, you know how I do it like motherfucker, what you am. Hell yeah, oh no, I'm about to get it right. Oh no, chillin' with the blunt niggas now. Yeah, I put the blunt niggas now. I say, do it, you know how we often do it, how we just damn on swag now. I'm about to just go now. Don't really wanna, I be wanna, you know. Oh my nigga, don't really wanna, I be wanna, you know. Oh my nigga.
DJ Lakeside on that one right there. Blunted Ones Mafia is the name of that track. We have Ricky Rax coming up. This one here on Spotify. Let me switch it over for us so we can see it a little better. It's called Went Legit. This is the remix from Ricky Rax on this one here. Again, this one on Spotify. Check them out. Let's get it.
I ain't sell dreams, I just flip my reality. I ain't never been to Hawaii, but my cadence got punched. I'm in traffic with that pack on me, nigga. Yeah, I'm after moving drastically. I ain't sell no dream, I just flip my reality. Broke days faded like a Snapchat gallery. If we ain't talking numbers, nigga, what you talking for? I need my percentage, nigga. Like what you asking for? Gotta stay dangerous, cause being safe don't get money. Like 3 say, niggas ain't your friends. Niggas ain't your problem. Yo, I be fucking off these racks. You see it coming. Only thing I get attached to is counting hundreds. I don't write, but ain't no capping in my pen. This a real script. Trish, I got walk inside my cup. I get it pre-script. I don't do the net beef. I make plays off the Wi-Fi. I got internet connect. Still made a band in my slides and a high five. Used to pray just for a come up, nigga. I'm catching plays like Zay Flowers, don't get picked like turnips, nigga. My lifestyle starting to turn up, nigga. In the kitchen with that scammer. Yeah, I smile, but no, this pain really came from trauma. Came up on Boosie, nigga. All we know is clips and choppers. I got bad bitches all in my living room, but I'm counting dead presidents. I got killers around me, nigga. Yeah, at my residence. I be moving through this shit like a president, nigga. Yeah, what the fuck they mean? I ain't him. Bitch, I'm booted up, and I got my foot right on their neck like a fresh pair of Timbs, nigga. Don't get cut like trams, nigga. I got money on my mind. Way too many bitches on my line. I'm out of Texas, so you know it's going down. I got numbers on my phone that I can't even count. Jamal Chase, I got bank on these accounts. They was laughing at my pain, now I'm cashing. I was broke like window panes, nigga, but I had passion. Niggas act like bitches more than women. They be out here playing in designer, dressing up in fashion. I'm trying to scramble up out of Section 8 like Lamar Jackson. They gon' understand soon when I was working on my craft the hardest. When shit got real, they started jumping shit, thinking that I was drowned. I got cadence, I got the blueprint, I'm a product of Jay-Z. I can't lie and say that they want a hard knock life for us. I was losing partners every day, I was building up my trust, just to lose the ones I love. I can hear the critics saying, what if he don't make it? My mama shouldn't have a chance, cause every risk I'm gon' take it. Everything authentic, nigga, I don't fake shit. I'm counting up these blues, I got dead presidents all in the living room. Niggas hate my presence, they hide they hoe when I'm off in the room.
Yeah, that was Went Legit right there. That's a remix from Ricky Rax on that one on Spotify. Check him out. We got, I believe, Scandalous Bones coming up next. And C-Boy, yeah, I got your submission. However, it didn't have the link, my guy. You got to fix that. Yeah, you got to fix that.
We need the song.
Right, right. No, also, dude, just to, you know what I'm saying, anytime you get something like that, man, do little 30-minute sessions where you kind of like look at the tutorial of the spot, learn it in stages. That way you don't kind of overload yourself. But it makes things a lot easier, because then you can kind of figure things out step by step. And then by the time you're ready to start doing a full-on track, you're already Gucci. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot easier to do it that way rather than trying to learn on a track, because then you end up fucking a track up to where you don't like it, or you don't like the way it sounds. Then it gets in your head and you're like, let me trash this. And even though like you should have never did that, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it gets like that, man. It gets like that.
I would say tutorialize it until it gets to there. There'll be a point where you've worked with it enough that it'll just sort of click and you'll be like, oh,
right.
And it'll all kind of start to make sense. You just have to get to that point. It's hard.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Little sessions, that's all. Little sessions, that's all. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. We got this one from Scandalous Bones, and then I got some K3 on deck, and C-Boy, I just got yours, bro. Got it right here. Lining it up. We got you coming up after K3, my guy. We got Scandalous Bones, though. This one is released. It is called Cold, and this is in the hip-hop category. Vibe check. Let them know what you guys think about it. Let's go.
Really think your shit cold? That's because it ain't fire, I get that burning sensation. Every time I spark the light, about to take another hit. Might just pull it all night, I feel the walls are closing in on my vision, it's getting whiter. Watch it fade away, be all up in this bitch trying to make a way. Tomorrow ain't promised, but thank God that we still here today. Yeah, I rap, but ain't got much to say. Yeah, I rap, but ain't got much to say. Really think your shit cold? Cold.
That's saying everything that you wanted to say, you really gonna think.
Really think your shit cold? Cold.
That's playing everything that you wanted to play, say you really
think your shit cold? Cold. Your shit cold. Cold. Your shit cold. Really think your shit cold? Cold. Oh, no. Really think your shit cold? All up in this bitch like I'm a nympho. They said they gon' walk the walk, watch how they tiptoe. Nigga barely talk the talk, plain and simple. Oh, no, you dead wrong. Yeah, they know me fucked up, putting me on a song. Really ain't paying no mind because I'm headstrong. Been putting on for the city and we don't get along. I've been rapping for a minute, just put it down on the beat. Give a fuck about the image, I'm doing this for me. Give a fuck if you don't listen, every time that I speak, you're gonna know streets. Gotta watch out for the bitches, they be quick to set you up. Give a fuck about burning bridges. Yo, main girl, that's the homie's mistress. Really wanna take it there, then we can go the distance. Cold, shit cold, ice it out till it's froze. I ain't even about to speak on the shit that happened before. Even though I'm red to the bone, I stay rotten to the core. Fools get smoked down there like a drug lord. Oh lord, gotta stop being a poor sport. Really think your shit cold. Oh no, 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 no. Really think your shit cold. Oh no, no, cold. Oh lord. Really think your shit cold. Cold. Really think your shit cold. Cold. Your shit cold. Cold. Your shit cold. Really think your shit cold. Cold. Oh no, no.
Scandalous Bones on that one. Cold. I mean, I'm not cold. I'm rather warm right now, but that was cold.
Uh-oh, better open up a window.
I got fans. I got, central AC and shit, so it's all good.
You got fans and you got fans.
Right. Yep. Let me see here. We got K3 coming up next. That was Scandalous Bones on that one right there. K3 coming back, and yes, this one. Everybody in the chat, lock and load. Lock and load. All of it. Yeah. K3, step up, man, front and center for me. I'm assuming this means, of course. Just an assumption. Don't shoot me. But I'm going to shoot at you, man. Yeah, drive-by review. K3. I made you dance last time. You duck.
Every day I feel faded. Do it look like I'm complaining? Who can say they really weigh down milligrams while the ceiling fan stay spinning? Maybe I lost my wisdom. Tripping till I see my vision. Giving up on sanity, asking can it be superstition? And I wanna die sometimes, cry sometimes, dry my eyes with your froze cold eyes. So bold while you blow my mind. Though I know you vibe to a whole new charm. Why you doing that to me? You knew my move swings. You shooting through me. Is it true that you just use me? Cruelty to me, letting you abuse me. Foolish me, letting this continue. Is it that hard? Am I that dark? Do I slow down when you can't park? Is me chasing my dreams, making it way too hard for you to chase yours? I don't think so. I'm so down for you. It's painful for me to continue mourning. Well, of course I do. Of course I'm causing problems. Of course I never listen to you. Of course that's what you're thinking. You always been the victim. You ain't think of me when you are all I've been missing. You've been clinging on to fantasies I never mentioned. On top of that, you treat me as if I live in one dimension. Wonder guessing, disrupting heaven, off of attention. You fucking peasant, but yet I'm somehow always treated like I'm. Every day I feel faded. Do it look like I'm complaining? Who can say they really weigh down milligrams while the ceiling fans stay spinning? Maybe I lost my wisdom. Tripping till I see my vision. Giving up on sanity, asking me can it be superstition? Maybe it's because subconsciously I haven't had a reason to come off of these. Often I'm probably nodding off or I just don't sleep at all. After all, I'm on the grind, mine's beyond refined. Seeking dollar signs. Even though I know it's gone before the night, walking towards the light. Best of all, I fall 1,000 feet each time. Don't talk to me like I'm stupid. I have a habit, not living ruthless. I do not harm anybody but my human body, and I know I need to break that cycle, but it barely bends when I pull. Why must I pretend instead of admitting mistakes, which makes regrets ranges less? Be brave, what my parents said, but fuck what my parents said. Why must I do to fix this mess I'm so infatuated with? Maybe give up trying to chase the shit or take a trip. Maybe try relocating. Would I escape it then, or would it chase me like I'm chasing it? Wonder quit and actually doing it, or just too goddamn indifferent. Hate foundation, but I lay cement. Stack the bricks up and break your bread.
That was K3 on that one right there. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Talk about it Tuesday, man. What you got for this one right here? I don't. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm trying to like wrap my head around what I just heard and like give it numbers because it's hard. Because it's a work in progress, but it sounds very like finished. So I'm like trying to play in my mind with like, what is he still gonna do? But I can just tell you what I heard. For me, it's like for quality on the mix and everything, I'm going like 3.54 because it sounded really good as is. I liked the panned vocals that you did around like 55 seconds in. And then around 2 minutes in, and then you did this also at the end of a song. There's like these panned echoey ad lib type effects that you did, which I really liked. But they're like louder and more prominent and more almost like um helpful to the main line. And then they kind of as you go into the next part, they get quieter and they're more behind. And I almost feel like I would just cut those off like after that main part of it. And then that little kind of echoing thing that continues to happen that's quieter, I would just take that out because it kind of fought against your mains then. I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to explain it the
Would it
best
be
that I
something
can.
where could he tuck it in the back a little more? Would that make it less?
Yeah, he might be able to tuck it back a little bit more. Like I think where it hits at around 2 minutes, it sounds really cool, like at the volume that he has it with the panning and the echo and everything. But then as he kind of goes into the next bar, it they're different ad lib vocal effects there, but he definitely has them down tuned and there's or not down tuned, but volumed down there. And then they're sort of like still doing that bouncy echoey thing, but they don't really fit as well as they did at around 2 minutes with the vocal. So yeah, if you ducked them back a little bit more, that might work. I'm not really sure. I'm having a hard time explaining it. So it's like, hopefully he knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, as far as relatability, um, yeah, I had a 5 on this. Like, I feel like this makes a lot of sense. Like, you, I love the one line. He was like, if I moved and changed locations, would I even like get away from it, or would it just chase me the way that I'm chasing it? Something like that. Like, that's just like very relatable. And yeah, like you chase after something so much, and then you just sort of start to wonder, like, am I ever gonna reach it, or is it just gonna like chase me back? Like, am I just doomed to chase this forever? It's like a really good,
Right. Like, do you
thoughtful,
have the lead or
deep.
does it?
Exactly. Am I in charge of this chase, or am I
Or
actually being chased?
right, or am I 3 laps down and when I get it and catch it, I still
Yeah.
have to go around again? Like,
Am I gonna get lapped and circled and then yeah, exactly.
yeah.
It's just that's like very deep. And I think a lot of us, like, as we chase our dreams and things that we want to do, there's a lot of times you feel compelled by inspiration, and you might not even like want to be in the studio or be writing at that moment. Like, I know for me, when I wake up at like 3:30 in the morning and I suddenly get lyrics in my head, it's really annoying, and I'll sit there and think like I could write these down in the morning or whatever, or
And then
this
you
melody that
forget.
just popped into my head. Exactly. And I learned that no, you can't do it in the morning because you're not going, it's going to be gone. You have to do it right now. So it like compels you to be a little bit crazy, I think. And that's like, I mean, that's just the blessing and the curse of being an artist, I think. And I think he touched on that really, really well in this, and I
Right.
appreciated it. Replayability, I'm gonna say 4. So I'm like 4s across the board on this one. I think that, just tweak your mix a little bit and then boom, it's gonna be good. But I really, really liked this one lyrically a lot. So oh, wait, no, I'm
Okay.
not 4s. I'm 4.54. Sorry. Or
Okay.
3.5. But I don't even remember what I said. I didn't write my numbers down, so
You're good. You're good.
I'm confused now.
I was at 4s too across. I mean, I actually at 4s across.
Mhm.
But no, for me, I'm looking at it like, you know what I mean. For me, I just almost kind of what King James was talking about, adding some certain things here and there. That's kind of where I'm at. For me, again, for the fact of K3 and how he's had multiple tracks sent in recently, where some of the forefrontal advice on my end is though that sauce. You know what I mean? I think that's really what he's kind of missing in his mixes is that ear candy. I can see him playing around with it. He's definitely getting to the point of playing around with it and starting to, incorporate it in certain things. But that's all. I think that's all this one's missing. The panning was cool, for sure. And that the was it? I want to say it was the one spot, but yeah, no. The overall fours across the board on this one, super dope. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, King James, he is pretty versatile. Depends on the beat. Yeah. Right. Well, that's anybody low key. You know what I mean? Low key, anybody that I can't say anybody because you know what I mean.
Well,
I know some people
just
that can't.
about.
They touch something, they might break it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true to a degree. Yeah.
We got C-Boy coming up, and he's got himself a drive-by review. Yeah. Lock and load in the chat for everybody out there. This is C-Boy. It's called More Than I Do. More Than I Do. It's in the other category. Not sure what to expect, but it is a whip. It's a work in progress. Recently worked on. He said he got it today. We're gonna see what he's got. Let's see what he's talking about. C-Boy, you better duck.
Why am I still waiting? I can't seem to move my feet. I'm stuck on you. My brain, it just ain't working. These equations in my mind I can't compute. If I don't have you by my side, cause you are all I need. Girl, you're the one for me, and it's so clear blind eyes can see. You should be front seat when I'm riding. I should be the only pics that you liking. Me and you should get lit like high beams. You never gonna find a real one like me. Who can love you more than I do? Who can touch your soul like I do? You know I always hold you down when nobody else is around. You know no one can never love you more than I do. Who can love you more than I do? Who can touch your soul like I do? You know I always hold you down when nobody else is around. You know no one can never love you more than I do.
Okay, C-Boy said this one's not done yet. So we'll kind of have this beat playing in the background while we talk about what we've heard so far on this, all right? So, Mom, what do you got for this? So, again, it's not done. Maximum it can receive here when it's not finished like this as far as missing, the lyrics and all that. But possibly a 3 as your max right now that you're looking at. But from there, we can delineate something that might make it go down or vice versa. But go ahead, Mom, what you got for this?
Yeah, so that's kind of where I was floating is around 3s. It's just too early to really to say. It's more along the lines of replayability and relatability, just because there's going to be more here. But I think for what he's got, like, it's relatable and it's definitely replayable. So the thing that I do want to touch on is like the quality. I think that the mix sounds pretty good. The only thing that I did notice is that the vocals were a little bit loud when he gets into sort of like the hook. It sounds like there's doubling, there's a harmony there. there's a sort of lower harmony I think that he has that's coming through really strong. I would dial that back just a little bit because
Right.
it's kind of it's just as loud as your main and you want your harmony to be a little bit softer. Maybe pan it if you can or stereo spread it a little bit just to get it to back off of you a little bit. I think that would be a good idea. I love the falsetto part of the hook though. That's like really fun. And I this beat was cool. It was like kind of a throwback, like I don't know, like 90s, 80s, something. I don't really know where to categorize it, but it was interesting and I liked it. Yeah, so I'm like threes across the board, I think,
Now he
for
asked in the
this.
chat, should he get a feature on this? What are you thinking? Should he
I
finish it
think
or possibly have somebody jump on?
yeah, I kind of am like I'm with KJ on this, like, singing to each other. I think this could be really conversational because, like,
Right.
even as I was listening to this, I thought the same thing, "Is he gonna have a feature?" And then I was like, "What would the feature say?" And then I was thinking, well, maybe the feature would say something like, because he's saying, "Nobody can love you like I do." Maybe
Right.
she's just agreeing and she's saying, "If not you, then who?" Like, and they're just kinda going back and forth, and he's saying, "No one can love you like I can," and she's just like, "Facts." Or maybe she's a little bit more bad bitch and she's like, well, you better show that because I think there's plenty of people lined up here that could love me like you do. I don't know. It
Right,
depends on how you
right.
would
You
want to
could even
take
have a
it.
back and forth where like maybe they're already together and they're just having
Right.
that relationship fight like I love you more. No, I love you more. And it's like they could, you know what I mean? Take it that route.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so like you could take this a lot of different directions. I would say that I think it would be really fun with a female vocal on this. I think that this beat is um uh i- it's what is the word I'm trying, God, I can't even think of words tonight, my God. It's versatile. It's versatile enough that you could have, like a female rapper, you could have a female vocalist, or you could do anything.
It's really odd you
But I
searched
think
for a word. You were searching so hard for a word that we literally were just talking about.
I know. It's one of those days. But yeah, I think that making it conversational would infinitely raise the relatability quotient. And I think get creative with how you want those conversations to happen because lyrically you could go either way with this. And
Mhm.
I would almost like to lean a little bit more towards like go somewhere we wouldn't expect with it. Maybe that might be interesting, you know.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's cool. I like it. It's a good track.
Hell yeah. More than I do, C-Boy. On this one here, for me, I was kind of right there with you on the same aspect of that. However, for those spots, for me, again, I don't know how y'all was listening to it, but for me, they were a little like the echo with the reverb and all that, the saturation behind it. I was kind of lost a little bit.
Yeah, it
Not
was
too
pulling away
much, but
from
it was like
the
what I'm
beat.
trying to like I'm like, what is he saying? What is he saying right now? You know what I mean? Like I
Mhm.
heard it, but I wasn't able to quite get it. And then it was like when you came back, I was like, okay, so he was talking about this during that sign. Okay, got it. I was able to piece it together, but I would think maybe more in the mix, possibly getting that spot cleaned up. I think it was actually one of the spots you were talking about where he got a little bit louder in that section too,
Mhm.
at the same time. So you got to go in that spot anyway. I would just look under the hood a little bit more towards maybe the alternator side and be like, okay, I got to fix this too, not just the battery. You know what I mean? Um,
Right.
that's me though. That's me. Let me see. Let me see. But yeah, overall, I'm probably sitting there, 2-3-3 on this one. For me, not much, but yeah, I like the idea though, to having the female as a feature. That would be dope. That would be dope.
Yeah, absolutely. Make it
Um,
conversational.
right, right, right,
Because there's a whole world you can play with too with that, with like ad libs on his verse, and then he ad libs on her verse, and it's just there's a lot you can do.
right. Yeah, yeah, right, C boy. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. Let me see here. I think it was this one. This one right here from I think Scandalous Bone sent this one in. It's got Nino White, I believe, is the I'm trying to see if he's the artist or the producer on this one. Yeah, it's a Nino White beat, I think. Scandalous Bones on this one here. Smoke Till It's Finished. And it's released. Vibe check from Scandalous Bones. Let's get it.
Nino White, the masterpiece plug on the beat.
I swear it's been a minute.
I swear it's been a minute. Been smoking like I ain't quitting. I'm hitting it till it's done. I smoke this shit till it's finished. I ain't gon' stop till I feel it. I swear it's been a minute, oh. Too long to be getting too hot, but that smoke in the air keep my fluid in my mind. Got that hella confidential under the city lights. Don't roll a loose blunt, but don't make it too tight. Maybe just something that hits just right. Singing the blues with bloodshot eyes. Gorilla glue is what keeps us combined. Cookies for my appetite. Ain't even kidding. Smoking longer than I've been living. Swear this shit hit different. All I really need is some weed to keep my interest in. Ready to go, you already know. Gonna smoke, light it up, smoke the blunt. I don't really get no fuck at all. 5-4 farm, blueberry, yum. I'ma smoke till it's all done. And if you ever see me smoking that kill, then your ass better not say none. All gas, no brakes, whatever risk it takes. Just keep it real or just don't fake it. Don't think you in the same game I'm playing. Been down for too long to be. And you know every time I take a hit, I feel like if I just hit the lottery. Shit so inspiring, fire inside of me. Got me so twisted, why can't you just lie to me? Oh yeah, wait, they already do, huh? Believe nothing they say, and half what they do, bruh. So it's been a minute, been smoking like I ain't quitting. I'm hitting it till it's done. I smoke this shit till it's finished. I ain't gon' stop till I feel it. I swear it's been a minute, oh.
Early morning, gotta wake and bake a blunt or two. I'm getting blazed night and day and night. Blowing the flight, nice and bright. Straight as fire, I'm high as a kite. Killer green got me cheeky eye. Talking nothing but the best, nut to get it from the west. Know the gas top shelf, and you know with some pressure, you can tell by the smell. Get a ground, split the air, twist it, put it in the air. I'm a fiend for good green. Gotta give me this eye. I gotta feel it when I hit it. If it ain't choking me out, we let it stay fucking with me, brother, break it in half. Kinda picky by the stick, that's how it is on the side. I'm on the MJ like day, Friday payday. Like the cat I graze, Sunday to Monday. No need to front me. I don't need no beside me. Mr. Fair Trade. I'll be on my way because I love to get round. I need more than an 8 for 28 to be fine. As long as you got the heat, I'll be coming around. Continue to break bread, keep on burning it down. Get in the move and cut loose on the deuce. Pack sweeter than some Fruit Loops. On the voodoo, got me under a spell. I'm steady good in the shells. I'm gonna roll another blunt or two.
I swear it's been a minute, been smoking like I ain't quitting. I'm hitting it till it's done. I smoke this shit till it's finished. I ain't gon' stop till I feel it. I swear it's been a minute, oh. I swear it's been a minute, oh.
Smoke Till It's Finished. That is Scandalous Bones and Nino White on the beat. Yeah. King James, you said I don't think I heard Nino on a track besides producer. My fault. My bad. You know what I'm saying? That was a vibe check though from Scandalous Bones. We're gonna take a quick break, come back. We have a couple more little articles to go through, and we'll be right back in just a second, man. Again, Blunt Ones Mafia. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We'll be right back, man. Salute.
You're still here without hitting that thumbs up? You did that already? Okay, well, smash the share and tell someone about us. You did that too? Well then, do it again.
Yo, this is K3. Yo, it's your boy T1D.
Hey, it's your boy Weirdo.
Hey, it's your girl Josefina.
What's up? This is B.O.R.N.
Hey, it's Siren.
Yeah, this is Bad Conduct, and you're about to grab a motherfucking seat, and you're tuned into the Blunted Ones Radio Network.
Power up.
Power of podcast and music is definitely here, bro.
All right, we got this article right here, Mom, that you presented. It's a 4.1 magnitude earthquake. It's just west of Vernal in eastern Utah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's a little weird because I think there's a TikTok that I shared with you. That's where I actually first saw this. And of course, like especially right now, everything I see coming across my feed, I'm like, if it sparks my interest and I like am interested in believing it, I just want to check and make sure that it's actually true.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a quick search, and yeah, lo and behold, I found this article from I think it's CBS 2KUTV, and yeah, a 4.1 magnitude earthquake hit. I don't know how to say this. Uinta Basin, just west of Vernal in East Utah. This was approximately 5:57 p.m. on Wednesday, and they said it was at a depth of 42 miles. So, it's just interesting, I think, given the events of the day that this happened. A 4.1 magnitude earthquake is not like just a little like wiggle. Like that's
Right.
that's a pretty, I mean, that's a decent quake.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know, man.
So
It's
on
like,
this one here, we got it. This is the TikTok that you were talking about.
mhm.
This was explaining some of it.
Yes.
Where did it go? There it is. Let me put it on screen for you so you can see it. All right, let me play this real quick. There we go. Okay, so it says the night Charlie was shot, Utah shook with a 4.1 earthquake. It says in scripture, 40 is a season of trial. 41 marks what comes after, a breaking, a shift. It struck at 5:57 local time, 7:57 Eastern. Acts 7:57 tells of Stephen, the first martyr, a man stoned as the crowd covered their ears, rushing to silence the truth he carried. Woo!
Right. Pretty impactful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I look.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to know something that's crazy? Is at the same time that all that was going on, right? And I don't know how many people really play into this whole thing or anything like that, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know, right? So the world itself, like the Earth itself, apparently it has a heartbeat, like the magnetic field and shit like that. So the same time that all the shit was happening, there was actually a synthetic spike. Like somebody was trying to fuck with the electromagnetic field.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. And from what I gathered is whatever they were trying to do to it, it was actually fighting back to try to balance itself back out.
Wow.
Yeah. Now this is another little rabbit hole. It's more of a gopher hole. if you will, to go down. But yeah, that shit is crazy. Because like there's a wave that there's a spectrum and a wave that it runs on, and there's certain things that you can see deficiency wise, and the timing of it is just eerily connected to when all that shit was popping off too, and it was like right before it happened, during, and then shortly after that these things were implemented. Now, for anybody that doesn't know this field or whatever that I'm talking about, I'm not talking about like the atmosphere or anything like that. This is something that runs, I think, below the Earth's surface. But that being said, this is something that kind of helps with everybody's homeostasis, your energy levels, your shit like that. When they fuck with it, it fucks with everything else. Right. It's kind of like fucking with the Matrix, if you will. Like, oh no, my coffee shop's not on the corner anymore. You know what I mean? Like, what happened here?
Like, or throwing off your circadian rhythm, because it's like within yourself. That's sort of your internal clock, and that's so weird. And then to have an earthquake that night too, like, so weird.
Coincides with the story, right? Right. King James is out there. He's talking. Talk about it, man.
Hell yeah.
It's Talk About It Tuesday. What you got? That was for the earthquake, though. That was shortly. It struck at 5. Their local time was around 6, close to 6. All that happened at 1:30 ish. Before everybody got the word about it. So it was very shortly after. And not too far away, might I add. It was only about an hour and a half to 2 hours away from where everything happened. So that was pretty crazy. Now, if anybody has been keeping up tabs with this one, this story here, it's hold on, let me get it on the screen the right way. We got a judge dropping the terrorism charges against Luigi Mangione, and hold on. So Mom, you wanna talk about this a little bit?
Yes, let me pull it up. Hold on, I had it saved in a different spot.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, King James, more and more, man.
So Judge Gregory
s'mores stuff coming on. You know what I'm saying? S'mores.
S'mores. Judge Gregory Caro dismissed I have to pause the stream. Dismissed 2 state murder charges related to terrorism against Luigi Mangione on September 16th, 2025 in a New York courtroom. The dismissal followed Caro's finding that evidence was insufficient to prove Mangione aimed to intimidate or coerce a civilian population as required for terrorism charges. Obviously, we know that Luigi Mangione was charged in connection with the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. He still faces 9 outstanding counts, including second-degree murder and several weapons-related charges. The court has acknowledged the ruling, and they said that they're going to continue to pursue the 9 remaining charges. While supporters outside the courthouse displayed signs reading "Save Luigi," which I think is fucking disgusting, but that's just my personal opinion. Mangione's next hearing is scheduled for December 1st, 2025. And he continues to plead not guilty amid growing legal defense fund exceeding $1.3 million and widespread support. The reason I think that this story is interesting is that little blurb that I just read there. The dismissal followed them finding that evidence was insufficient to prove that Mangione aimed to intimidate or coerce a civilian population that is required for terrorism charges. I think it's really interesting that on the same day that this was dismissed, we've seen charges filed against Robinson in the Charlie Kirk attack. And of those charges, there's a slew of charges. He faces everything from aggravated murder, felonious assault of a deadly weapon, like violence in front of a child, tampering with evidence and tampering with a witness, and evading like what is the God, I can't even think of the words right now, but like when they try to stop like people from getting arrested, I can't think of like the phrase for that right now off the top of my head.
When they
Obstruction of
what?
justice.
Oh, okay,
Obstruction
yeah.
of justice. Yeah. So those are the charges he's facing, and I get that like obviously, they're pursuing the first or the aggravated murder charge, and that would carry the death penalty. And so they are seeking to, to execute him.
Right.
But I just find it really strange that there's no domestic terrorism charge because, as we just read, I mean, something that's carried out, an act of violence that's carried out to intimidate or coerce a civilian population would be grounds for a terrorism charge. I get that that's hard to definitively prove that that's what he was doing, but there's millions of people across the world that watch Charlie Kirk get murdered in real time, and that in my opinion created millions of victims. You know,
Well, I
so
mean,
and
the fact that it was done to produce a narrative,
right,
that's
that too, like
that kind of follows suit with that entire
right.
definition.
Let me find hold on. Because I had posted about this earlier because I genuinely was just asking like if anybody had any sort of like information that, would explain this. Because, I just was kind of
Right.
course I don't oh my god. Hold on, my freaking I have to turn my Wi-Fi back on. Uh, so where is it? Where is it? Okay, so I'd said that he was charged with murder, blah, blah, blah. This is the definition of terrorism, right? So, terrorism is the unlawful use of violence or threat of violence to intimidate or coerce a civilian population or government for political, religious, social, racial, or ideological goals. Key components include an act of violence, intends to cause fear and spread fear, and a political or ideological motive. Terrorist acts are designed to create widespread fear and psychological effects beyond the immediate victims, thereby intimidating the public or government. Victims are often civilians or other parties not involved in the hostilities. So I get that like you can't execute him twice. So maybe maybe that's why they're not pursuing the terrorism charge. It's hard to define, it's hard to prove, but I feel like it kind of seems illogical to not pursue a domestic terrorism charge, in my opinion.
Right.
It just seems a little weird to me because we see that Mangione had faced these charges. And obviously the Mangione shooting of Brian Thompson, that wasn't, you know, broadcast live for everyone
Right.
to see. I would say that you'd have a harder time proving that what Mangione did was a terrorist act, which obviously it was. They dismissed it. They didn't have enough evidence for it to stand trial. But
Right.
this this feels like there's a lot of evidence there to back that up.
Well,
I don't know, but
their evidence is every single one of the videos released because obviously the people felt compelled to release them.
right, and they were recorded, and the 3,000 people were present when Mangione killed Brian Thompson. There was a handful of people on the streets maybe that saw it, and that was it. You know, a lot of people did respond to my post, and I appreciate them. And one of them said that he studied, what the hell did he say? He studied now something like criminal law or um, he said that he studied Homeland Security in college. And so he had with a specific area focused on domestic terrorism. And he basically said that, it would be hard to prove that this was a domestic violence act, just basically because he didn't really use like a pipe bomb or something to that effect.
Right.
Um, and that Kirk wasn't a political official It seems like he did this out of vengeance and not in any sort of attempt to sway in a politically motivated way.
Right.
But I don't know if I agree with that because it just to me, well, I mean, I guess that does make sense. He wanted to take this person out because of their beliefs, but I do think that it was intended to threaten a lot of people with conservative ideals to basically send a message that if you talk about this, we're going to make you shut up.
Right.
They shot him in the throat. Like, they shot him in the throat. I don't know if that's just because they're a bad shot or what, but yeah. But other people weighed in and said that, well, if it was a domestic terrorism charge, that would probably have to be escalated to, a Supreme Court or something like that, and that it would take a lot longer. And I do know Trump has come out and said that he would like to see a speedy trial with this one. So that could be part of it too. I mean, obviously, an aggravated murder charge gets the job done if we're seeking the death penalty. But I just feel like for the books, it might be important to to say what this actually was.
Right, and because of that, I'm wondering in the fact of a speedy trial. I'm wondering if they don't want to push this to be over quick because of the fact that if they don't, it doesn't blow over, it gets drawn out,
Right.
and maybe more things come out of something else being done.
Yes, that's a good point. Like I do think that they want to push towards this. I mean, I'm not aware of any circumstances where someone has been brought to capital punishment like really quickly after they've been tried and found guilty. Like I
Right.
don't know if that's ever happened in our country. I think if it does, this would be the first time. Um at least in the modern age. So
Right.
and that would send a signal of don't try to copy this because look what's going to happen to you. I think that would be a smart move on their part to stop, future occurrences of political violence, but I just I don't know, as an onlooker, it just feels like that is I mean, I know that I have an image in my head of Charlie Kirk losing his life that I'll probably carry around for the rest of my life. It's similar to when you look at the footage of JFK being assassinated. You can't unsee that. You know
Right.
what I mean? So it's just hard to I guess what I'm trying to say is that at least if you added a domestic terrorism charge, that sort of seeks justice for the millions of people that have been negatively impacted by having to witness this atrocity. Without doing that, where is our justice?
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It's
I
very
mean,
like there's so many layers to it, but
there is, but I
it's just
mean, where's our justice also with the public the releasing of and making public of the files? You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
they didn't even bother thinking about that during the fact that this was going on with that. They were denying the release of the files. Like literally at the
Mhm.
same time, same day,
Same
same.
time, right, right, right. Yeah. I mean, that's a really good point.
It's almost
It's
like a smack in the face. Like we'll do you guys
yeah.
justice here, but we ain't gonna we're gonna hush that one up. You know what I'm saying? Hush it up.
Mhm. Hey, look over here. And Charlie was also very outspoken about the Epstein files. And he was putting a lot of pressure on the Trump administration to do right by that. And I find that interesting too.
Yeah,
You
cause
know what I
like for
mean?
me, I'm thinking about say that never happened and he walks away from the university and then finds out about it not now you just got him a whole nother topic to come at you with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On top of how many people he had following him and listening to him and all of that. Yeah.
So nobody says in the chat that the reason that passed was because it was attached to a bigger bullshit bill.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not too privy on this because I do have to admit that most of my attention has been following this developing story of what happened to Charlie Kirk and
Right.
honestly poking holes in some of what we're being told because in fact I don't even need to poke the holes because the holes are just there.
Right, right. They're just. She said they're just there. Like, I'm looking through them already. What the fuck?
They're already there. There's a lot of things that don't make sense. There's a lot of things that point to possibly, you know, an alternative narrative. And I'll leave it at that because we are live on the air. And it
Right.
seems that these people that wish to shut other people up are very dangerous. So, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not going to speak on that, but if there's I think there's a lot more to the story than what we are seeing. And I don't know if it is in an attempt to create that narrative or if it's just the truth. Like that's the thing. Everything that we see nowadays, we've literally been taught that we can't even trust our own fucking eyes anymore.
Well, no. No. I mean, we had an issue with that this right before the show.
Yes, yes. You and I are like, is this real?
Yeah. Quinn sent us something and we were looking at it and I'm like, well, this is odd because it would make sense on a story. It was kind of like I want to say like a follow-up, if you will, or I thought it was a potential follow-up on a story we did with the whole social credit system that they have over in China and shit. And we thought it was that because we had some people wearing these weird ass like full face like mesh masks. It was weird. But yeah, we were confused because I'm like, is this AI or like what the fuck? And then so we did some research and we could not find anything that looked like what was being shown on this video, like anything. And we're looking at it like it's a bunch of clips, a bunch of different people are wearing it. And I'm like, well, how are they wearing it if you can't buy it? Where'd they get it? How'd they get it?
Well, and speaking of Chat GPT, possibly being compromised, I sent a link to the Instagram video that Quinn had shared to Chat GPT, and I said, "Can you evaluate this clip and tell me either where's the original source that it came from, or is this an AI manipulated clip?" And it literally came back and was like, "I'm sorry, I can't access this clip because Instagram is giving me an internal error."
Conveniently.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, helpful. Very helpful.
Oh
So,
my
yeah, I
goodness,
mean,
man.
that's the case though, is that like it's literally like I do think on one hand it is good because it is teaching us don't just believe because for a long time people have just been believing what they hear, right?
Right.
Or what they see on news or what the news anchors tell them, that's the truth. So on one hand, I do think it is, you know, advantageous for us to question things and to look deeper on our own. But on the other hand, it's a bit confusing because how can we ever ascertain that we've ever really arrived at a definitive truth when it just it's just like who knows? Like it used to be that if you saw a video of someone doing something that 100% was real. That was, evidence. Like if someone was caught committing a murder on a videotape, you would know 100% without fail that that's what happened. But now it's like with all the CGI and and now AI, you can't be sure what you're seeing anymore.
You want to know about
Like
some
every
foreshadowing or what they call it, karmic retribution, if you will?
Mhm.
There was a movie once, and I know motherfuckers know what I'm talking about. There's a line in it.
Mhm.
It happens in a courtroom. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and that might be the case. We might not be able to handle the truth. Or so
I'm
they think.
just saying, man, that was a prominent ass fucking line in the movie.
Mhm.
And I've been like, fuck, since I've seen that movie, Loki, I was like, that line stood out for a reason, right? Like, why? And
Yeah.
then I was like, what if that line wasn't directed towards the person in the courtroom, but
Courtroom,
directed
right.
towards the audience watching the movie?
Mhm. There's a reason that that line has stuck with us for so long and that everybody knows that line if you reference it.
Right. Right.
Like, I can't tell you what movie that's from, but I know the line.
Yeah.
"You can't handle the truth." I
Mhm.
mean, yeah, it's
I'm just saying, man, it's kind of gotten into, you know what I mean, the way we live nowadays, like somebody goes and sends you something. First thing you do is like, oh wow, that's AI. You know what I'm saying? Or any video,
Right.
on the thing. You go to the comment section and just read it.
Yeah.
Like it could be a
KJ's
legitimate. You know what I mean? It could be a legitimate.
Right.
By the way, so Mom, just so you are aware, it's from a Few Good Men is the name of the movie.
Oh, okay.
But
Good to
yeah,
know.
Tom Cruise. I think Tom Cruise was in it, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. But yeah, no. Yes, see, nobody knew. Nobody knew. A Few Good Men. Yep.
Yeah. KJ said in the chat, you know, it used to be that when you saw something on the news, you knew that that was legit. And now it's like, what stories are they showing us instead?
See,
like,
now
what are they like?
Me and Sub Mom had a conversation one time a couple days ago. I mentioned this to her. The thing about it is, the weird thing about it is like we see, they show us stuff, right? And they want us to, you know, this is what it is, right? For example, NASA. They got all this shit they're showing us. Everything like, oh, this is what this is. This is what's real. My problem with that is if they're gonna show us that, like what exactly all of it, what they say it is. Why is like why can't we see in the White House? Why can't we see in the FBI?
Right.
Why can't we see behind those doors? Like, why are those doors closed when it's dealing with public shit?
Right. See, and that's like there are a lot of the outcry of, you know, about what happened on January 6th was, well, these people went into the White House or Capitol Hill and like they shouldn't have been in, or they went to Capitol Hill. They shouldn't have been in there. And well, why though?
Right.
Does our tax money not go to pay for that building?
Mm-hmm.
We can't go in there?
Yeah, we can't
Why?
see what's beneath the Vatican.
Right, why? Like, I'm sure that, well, I don't know about the Vatican. I don't know if that's paid for by like taxes or how that works over there. But as far as our country goes, our fucking tax dollars paid to build that motherfucking building.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you mean we can't go in?
Right.
They're like, when you think of like town hall meetings, right? So like your town hall is like paid for, built, and maintained by tax dollars for the people that live in your city. If you want to go to a city hall meeting, you can.
Yeah.
You just go there. Go there when they have it and you can sit there and you can watch. Why the fuck can't we do that with Congress?
Right.
Why are we barred from that?
Yeah.
That's weird. That doesn't track. And if they don't have the capacity for it, well, then fucking you better add on. In my opinion, we should be part of that.
You better add on. Shit, you better build me another wing, motherfucker.
See, that's the thing. Like, why isn't Congress held in a motherfucking stadium? It should be. Because people should care and people should want to be there because that's our government, just like how people go to city hall meetings. Maybe not a lot, but there's still people there. And they say, oh, well, we broadcasted on C-SPAN.
Right.
Okay. Well, if you want to say something or object to something,
right, you can't.
Good luck doing that watching C-SPAN. You can yell at your TV all you want, but they're not going to hear you.
Right. It's
just goofy.
Yeah. And
so dumb.
The thing,
yes, Area 51. Thank you, KJ.
Yeah. Another one. No DJ Khaled.
Not DJ Khaled.
Yeah. Yeah. You got it. No, so but yeah, like I said, man, all the shit that they're showing us at this point in time, it's almost like, is this actually what's going on? Because like closed doors can cause for under the table deals, you know what I'm saying? And
precisely,
you don't know about it. Till it's too
late. There's a reason. See, and that's my thing has always been like people have been freaking out about like surveillance and things like that. And for the longest time, you know, I've always thought, I'm like, well, if someone's spying on my phone, then that's just whatever, because I'm not doing anything wrong. And if I'm walking out in public and there's cameras, I'm not worried because I'm not doing anything wrong. And my thought process for the longest time was just, well, you shouldn't be so concerned if you're not doing anything wrong. But then I really started to think about it, and then I really started to believe what I actually said. Yeah, you shouldn't worry about it if you're not doing anything wrong. Therefore, like you said, why don't we see what's going on behind closed doors in the White House?
Right.
If we're surveilled and monitored at every motherfucking turn when we're at Walmart trying to buy some fucking egg noodles, why can't I see what's going on at the White House? If you're
Right.
not doing anything wrong, you shouldn't be concerned about surveillance. And that's where the whole, like, the power is just, it's off balance because, you know, law enforcement and the government have access to us 24/7, 365 days a year, whether you want to believe it or not. They can track your internet history. You could put something online and delete it. They can still see it. It's just
Yeah.
they have access to all of it, but we have no idea what's going on with them.
Nope.
You know, they allegedly had the Epstein file on their desk,
Yeah,
and
remember
none of us
that?
saw it. And
Remember that?
yeah, and then it just disappeared. Well,
Yeah.
gee, maybe if you would have shared it before it disappeared, people wouldn't be fucking mad at you.
It's weird
Nobody took
too
a picture?
because it disappeared, but yet they just had a thing to stop the release. Why if it's not here, if it
Right.
doesn't
If it doesn't
exist,
exist, why are we voting on
doing
it? Right, exactly.
I'm just saying,
Exactly.
guys. I'm just
That
saying.
doesn't make any motherfucking sense. And they think we're just stupid.
Well, that's what they're banking on. That's the agenda's, hope is that it not necessarily stupid, but ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
It's ignorant because ignorance is bliss. We've been taught it since we were little kids, man. Ignorance is bliss, man. Mind your business.
Right. Yeah.
That's what they hope for.
Well, right, because it gets to the point where, you know, you're a child at a puppet show and you peek behind the curtain and suddenly you realize these puppets aren't actually alive and this isn't real and there's people underneath the puppets and they're using their hands to control the puppets. Now when you go back out into the audience, that show isn't as magical as it was when you first looked at it.
Mm-mm.
And I think there's a lot of people who don't want they might have a suspicion. They might have seen some feet underneath that curtain,
Oh yeah,
and they
but they
might be
still don't want to
thinking,
peek it.
but they don't want to ruin the illusion because they enjoy it too much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's stupid, in my opinion. You're being dumb.
You're
You're acting like a child. You're acting like a child. If you refuse to ask difficult questions and you just accept everything that's thrown at you, it's just like when you were 6 years old and they told you Santa was coming down the chimney and you believed it because that's mom and dad. And why would they lie to you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's the same line of logic.
Yep. Yep.
The government are
C-Boy.
not your mom and dad.
Right. Thank you,
They don't care about you.
C-Boy, you're good, bro. Pan as far as music goes, panning is, if you want to revert it to the left-hand side of the, the speaker system or the right-hand side.
Yeah.
Now you could do that both with vocals, you could do that with the instrumentals. It just depends on what you're doing with it.
Yeah. So like if you're in BandLab, you can do that. You can isolate the track and then there's a slider on the track, like where the name is, kind of to the lower right, and you can pan it to the left or right, or you can use one of the BandLab like plugins, if you will. It's called Auto Pan. That will
Right.
pan it between the left and right ear to like a specific amount. And then it can do it in time with the music, and you can set that to be like a quarter beat or a half a beat,
Mm-hmm.
or you can stereo spread.
You
Which
could
stereo
also
spread just
they have the automator too. You could do that.
yeah, so you could automate it.
That way you can have
to
full
pan.
control. You can do it on your own accord. You can make it go left or right depending on what you do. You can have it bounce back and forth. There's a lot of different
Yeah.
things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so C-Boy, like right now when I'm talking to you, if I took that channel and I panned it all the way 100% to the left and you had headphones on, you would only hear me in your left ear. If I only panned it like 35%, you'd hear me a little bit in your right ear, but mostly
In
in
your
the
left,
left. At the
yeah.
center, you're obviously going to hear me equally on both sides, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And then stereo panning, just kind of spreads the audio. I wish I knew how it worked. I think it's something with frequencies, but it spreads it to sound a little bit further away in both ears. So it sets it back in the mix.
Yeah. Well, you could also you could do it yourself by doubling the track and then putting one at like 45 and the other one at 45 the other way, and versus whatever's centered.
Yeah, right. Yeah, stereo spread just kind of like equalizes it in both ears, but pushes it back. It basically takes out the center so that
Right.
you're just hearing it, which is it's hard to explain, but you're just hearing it like panned and set back. I love using stereo spread. You can also you know, use that incrementally so that you don't have to, it's not 100%. So you can just slightly spread it, and then it basically makes more room in your mix. So it's almost like if you can imagine a band playing.
Right. I was just getting ready to say that.
Yeah, like a band playing in front of you, and you just took their speakers or whatever, or their instruments, and you just spread them around the room. You're still hearing it, you know, um, the same, but it's just spread differently, if that makes
Right.
sense. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's
Yep.
just like coming
What
from
you
a
can
different
do
source.
while you're playing around with it, C-Boy, what you can do is if you're wearing headphones, play around with it, move it to the left-hand side, and then what you can do is you could like take your left earphone off, hear what it sounds like on your right side. If you're at 15% to the left, you just hear the difference of how it draws from the right to the left, and then you could take the right side off, put the left one back in, and hear the difference of how loud it is, how it sounds more up front and to you. You know what I mean? You can kind of get the idea of where you want your vocals to sit from there once you figure out exactly what those mean. Now, I don't know if you're using BandLab. You said Pro Tools or something earlier, so I don't know if you're using that for that. But if you're in BandLab, it's it comes on a dial. It goes all the way from 0 to 50 on the left, 0 to 50 on the right. The 50 being meaning that it's maxed out. It's going to be all on the left, so you won't hear it at all on your right hand side. But yeah, there's different ways to play around with it.
Yeah. I think the best way to think of it is just like speakers. So as you pan, if you can imagine a virtual speaker where you're setting that speaker for the sound to come out of,
Right.
and the listener is center. So if you put it right in front of the listener, that's center, and if you move it back and kind of put it over on the right, that's panned right, and so on and so forth.
My fault. I'm just reading some of this. I mean, you can use it in your verse. It's just a very odd spot. Normally, it's used on like ad libs, the sauce type of stuff we talk about here. The ear candy. That's where you're hearing a lot of the ear candy is going to be, normally stuff that's panned left and right. That's kind of what makes it the ear candy. You know what I'm saying? Because you're hearing the main centered and right in front of you, and then you just barely hear something on the left, or you just barely hear something on your right, and you're trying to figure out like, okay, whoa, shit, okay, that's that type of stuff.
Yeah, it can kind of give the effect for your listener of like turning their head, if you will,
Right.
a little bit. So it can like just like pull attention. So like sometimes it's really fun to like at the beginning of a song pan to the left, like, or do a like a, what do you call it, like a auto pan to the left, to the right, and then bring everything back to center. So it's like over here, no, right in your face.
Right. Right. Yep. Yep. And no, I had to scroll up a little bit, but no. So if you're doing it out loud, you're talking about like more of a stereo system, or think about it in your car. The left and right would be your driver and your passenger side. So whatever you do in your headphones, it'll mimic that stereo system there. If you're doing it like on a stereo system, say at your house, same thing. If you're doing it left and right, you're only going to hear it, but it's going to be a little bit more ambient sounding, being that it's open. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be like directly in your left ear, but you'll hear it a little bit on your left side. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Yeah, and you got to be careful with the panning too, because sometimes like if you over pan left to right, it'll sound really cool in headphones, but then when you're listening to it on a speaker, it's like the effect is completely lost. So I wouldn't depend on it like too much, but it's definitely like panning, I think, is a really good tool to help balance a track when it comes to like your different like if you're working with stems, obviously, in a beat. beat building your different instruments, because a lot of times guitars, piano, they can be very overbearing synthesizers. You typically want your drums and your bass to be center. So you're not going to want to pan those. You could add a little stereo spread to soften them. Like if the bass is really, really prominent, you might want to spread that a little. But the guitars and the piano, sometimes they just sound better, sort of like offset, so that they're not directly fighting with like your vocals or something like that.
Yep, I hear that. Hey man, talk
Yeah.
about a Tuesday. We out here talking about it. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Man, we lost track of time too. Big shout out
I
to
know,
Blood
oh
and
my
Ones
God.
Mafia, man. It's Talk About a Tuesday. I think we're gonna make that official too. Fuck it. We got Flapjack Friday, Talk About a
Yeah.
Tuesday. We gotta figure out something for Downtown Sound. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I think Downtown Sound is just Downtown Sound.
Fuck
Right?
it. Fuck it.
Song of a Night Sunday.
There we go. God damn. There we go. Fuck it. No, but big shout out to you guys, man. Appreciate you guys sliding through. Everybody that slid through. Let me just go through and read off some people. We got King James, DJ Lakeside, Nobody, C-Boy, Scandalous Bones, K3, Bad Conduct, Ricky Rax, Carrie, and Quinn in the building.
And don't forget about Botrix.
And Botrix, yeah. And Botrix, my guy. Oh my goodness.
Shout out Botrix. Don't call the cops on us.
Nah, bro. Let me find out you working over there with them. You know what I'm saying, Botrix? I'm gonna have to talk to you, bro. I'm gonna have to talk to you. Yeah. But no, man, we gotta get going. We'll see you guys again on Friday. That's Flapjack Friday coming up this week, and then again, like I said, Last Chance Challenge coming up on Sunday. That is going to be your last opportunity to get into this September Song of the Month tournament. All right. After that, hey man, it's up to you, motherfuckers, because we only got 1 month left. That's 4 more weeks. That's it. After this tournament and Sunday, that's all you got. So don't
winding it down.
Yeah, don't tell me we've done this. This is going on 10 months now, in a couple weeks. So yeah,
don't sit on your laurels.
Okay. Yeah, sit on your ass. That's what you got to sit on. Not that. Hey, big shout out though to everybody, man. This is Suburban Mom. I'm OC Kush. You got anything for them out there, Soul Mom?
Don't forget that we are still looking for a third up here. So if you want to hit up our show schedule link, or not link, our show oh my God, show schedule channel in the Discord server, you can find the application, fill it out, and we'll talk with you and then bring you up here for a Tuesday tryout. That's going to be closing on the 21st, I think.
Yeah, 21st,
so
yep.
Don't sit on your laurels.
I don't know if you caught
Get in
that.
there.
I don't know if you caught that though. The 21st is when the application process closes, and we're having Last Chance Challenge. So it's like the last chance for the
it's a double whammy.
Yep.
So yeah, don't miss your chance, and don't wait till the last minute either, because that's just lame. I mean, if you have to, I guess, fine.
Right.
Fine, but but yeah. What day are we looking? Oh, we're looking for guest spots on Friday the 26th.
Yeah, the 26th coming up next Friday. Actually, wait a minute. I said we'll see you on Friday. We will not see you on Friday. I am.
Nope.
We'll see you on Sunday.
Hell no. To the no. Hell to the. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, my bad, guys. My bad, guys.
Yeah.
I totally blanked. No Flapjack Friday this week, but Flapjack Friday next week, I'm gonna have some guests on. If you guys want some breakfast or something, bring your own, because it'll be nighttime. Yeah, but no, this week we're canceling the show this week on Friday. My fault. The 19th is canceled. But yeah, next Friday is when we're looking for guest spots. I am crazy right now. I was like, oh, we'll see you Friday. No, you won't. I won't be around.
Got you looking so crazy right now. Chat's got you looking so crazy right now.
Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. But no, yes, we will be back on Sunday, the 21st, Last Chance Challenge. You guys got extra time this time because we ain't gonna be live on Friday. So do your thing. Do your thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna offer to try to run the show, but we found a visual that we're gonna go to on Friday at a local church. So I'm like, well, it's a good thing that we don't have a show because we're gonna be doing that. So
I hear that.
find yourself something fun to do. Not that that's fun, but find yourself something of substance to do on Friday.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, no, if you guys are interested in the guest spots, just throw me a shout in the Discord and we'll get you set up and figured it all out. You know what I'm saying?
KJ says he's down to do a guest spot on Friday, the 26th.
Word.
So
Word.
jot that in your notes, sir.
I got you. I'm gonna line it up. Again, we got one more spot available for that Friday. So let me know if anybody wants to jump on. Again, in the Discord, we'll figure it all out. But other than that, no, that was it. My fault. I did skim right over the 19th too. I'm like, dude, I'm so dumb. Made a
I
whole
didn't notice
announcement.
either, so
Everybody, look,
I've
this is
been
that
in a mood.
wave I'm talking about, dude. They fucked with the wave,
The wave.
and now everybody feeling it.
It's riding the wave.
I don't know about y'all, man. It's been a crazy week already at work for me.
You're either with me or against me. Just stay out my way.
Wow.
The wave. The wave.
Oh my goodness. Hey man, Blended Ones Radio Network. This is the Korner Konvo Podcast. Again, we'll be back on Sunday. We'll see you guys then. Until then, have a great fucking week. Salute to y'all. We out.
Good night, guys.